무대에 선 사람들은 모두 빛이 나요. 저도 춤을 출 때 내 자신이 이렇게 아름다웠나 하고는 하죠. 모로크의 아름다운 풍경은 저에게 새로운 영감을 주고는 해요.
Yo, what's up, Galford? Good morning. Hey, good morning. Oh, nga, tama. Good morning. Yeah, medyo a little lost track of time there. Good morning, Anthony Santiago, Tyrone Marmita. Wait, teka, lakihan ko nga yung font. Hindi ko makita yung... Ay, ba't ganun? Hindi ko malakihan yung pag-zoom. Anyway, hindi ko malakihan yung zoom for some reason. Para mas mabasa ko sana yung chat nyo eh. Pero good morning everyone. And ngayon lang tayo ulit nag-live actually. Ayan, ngayon lang tayo nag-live ulit. So good morning. Virgil, good morning. Thom Songs, good morning. So I'm working on my girlfriend's Lord Knight na siya ngayon. So she started off with Biochemist and then nag-champ siya. And then ngayon, Lord Knight naman siya ngayon. So I am kind of working on that now. Pagyan ako ng link na discounted na pag-top up. Ayan, sige wait, let me pull it up. Pero magsa-start pa to later pa, mga ano pa to later. 10 AM pa sila mag-open. Okay, so hindi pa sila open ngayon ha. Wait lang, let me pull it up. Bale, ito yung sa discounted natin. Up 25% yan eh. Good morning, searchin pa share naman ng bio build mo magic type ba yun? Anong bio? Hindi naman ako nagbabayo. Joke lang. Hindi, naka tayo magic type tayo doon. Appluvian. Pwede Gmail account login, boss. Yes, Gmail account login. Actually, yun talaga siya dapat, no? Kasi by login talaga siya eh. So, Gmail account login talaga. So, ayun. So, ayan. Wait lang ah.
무대에 선 사람들은 모두 빛이 나요. 저도 춤을 출 때 내 자신이 이렇게 아름다웠나 하고는 하죠. 낙타의 방울소리, 바람이 부는 소리. 잘 들어보면 모두 설레는 댄스곡이에요.
Yeah, wait lang guys. I'm just getting some work done. Boss, totoo ba yung balita na unlock na yung hell mode sa 16 to 20 ngayon? Sa 24 yung balita ko. Parang ganun, yung 16 to 20. Yan, wait lang ha. Let me see. Yeah, wait lang ha.
모로크의 아름다운 풍경은 저에게 새로운 영감을 주고는 해요. 무대에 선 사람들은 모두 빛이 나요. 저도 춤을 출 때 내 자신이 이렇게 아름다웠나 하고는 하죠. 낙타의 방울소리, 바람이 부는 소리. 잘 들어보면 모두 설레는 댄스곡이에요.
Balita sa Pali, ito okay naman. Ito. Yeah, wait lang ha. Wait lang, check ko lang, may something lang dun sa trabaho namin eh. Bago tayo magtuloy. Play ko lang yung music natin saglit, wait lang.
바람이 부는 소리. 잘 들어보면 모두 설레는 댄스곡이에요.
Wait lang ha. Yan, pang chill muna, pang chill. Yo, what's up? Roy Somigaw. Maya pa ba pwede? Mamaya pa pwede. Anthony Santiago. So bale, 10 a.m. to, 10 a.m. to 12 midnight siya bale. So, ayun. 10 a.m. to 12 midnight. Yung nag-biochem tayo, testing lang yon. Testing lang yun, testing lang. And so ngayon, actually, speaking of, patry natin patayin itong Maya Purple eh. No, naghabol pa na ako ng Maya Purple card eh. Yung talaga yung gusto kong makuwang card. So, everyday yung ginagawa natin is nag-aano tayo. Patak pala ito, no? Strength patak. Everyday yung ginagawa natin, manually kong sinusugod tong Maya Purple. So ito. Dala ko din dito yung account ng girlfriend ko eh. So papafollow lang natin sa Paladin ko. Spire. So hanapin natin yung Maya Purple. So yun. So ayan. Chin, are you using Mandragora, Hell's Plant, Biochemist, and PvP? No, I'm using Paladin. Joke lang. But yes, no, I use Magic. I use Magic Biochem for PvP recently, but now I'm back to Paladin now. So I was using Biochem earlier, but I'm on Paladin now. Why is my damage so weak? Wait lang. Why is my damage weak? Because of Berserk? Did I need Berserk to make it stronger? Is that what I was supposed to do? Ano maganda gawin if wala pa Hunterfly cards? Use shield build or Grand Cross build. Or hindi, go for a healer. No, you need the healer. Max HP natin at the moment is nasa 143. Ang alam ko like I can push it to 150 already. Parang ganun. Baka sa cards ko. Kanina alam ko parang na 150 ko na to eh. Kanina. Oh yeah, nagbagsak na ako ng agility. So my agility is down to 57. I pumped everything now into my vite. Ayun na nga mag-150 na siya. 149.8k na siya. Then 72 luck. Kailan tier cup nyo po? It's ongoing. It's ongoing right now. So right now we're in the rank stages. So yung dimension drill is yung ranked matches natin, diba? Gusto ko pa rin Paladin kaso wala Hunterfly card pa. You can redeem it. You can redeem the Hunterfly cards. Dito. Card shop. Hunterfly. Diba? You can redeem the Hunterfly cards. If not, you can also use your Monster Annihilation to farm it. There are lots of ways to get Hunterfly cards. Ano nga tayo dito? Hans Rubik's. Yan, there are several ways to get Hunterfly cards. You can either redeem it from the card shop, you can snap it from trade, and you can also use Monster Annihilation for it. So there are several ways to get Hunterfly cards. Hans Rubik's. Hans Zerbix? Yan, Hans Zerbix. What if I use Berserk? Ano mahina pa rin? 700k? I want it to hit like 1 million or so. Or I guess pwede na. Ano na bababaan na ako dun sa Spiral Pierce damage. That was my first biochem run. Testing lang. That was my very first, I just tested it out. Pero yun, first time ko mag-biochem, then MVP tayo. Pasilip ng equips mo, kuha lang idea, thanks. Sakto, no? Because I do have a sacrifice paladin guide video. It doesn't only contain my equipment, but it also contains everything else. No, medals, feathers, stats, enchants, skills, lahat nandun. Zen gaming. So if you want to see our equipment, everything is already here on my channel. And check it out, yan. I uploaded a video about it. Not just equipment, everything, stats, enchants, everything is there. Nakita ko sa mga pali naka-off ano meron. I think right now kasi people are spending their skill points elsewhere. Ako nung nakaraan I did have my peko-peko on nung nakaraan. Tapos recently ko lang siya tinanggal. So I think it's because they're spending their skills elsewhere. Palagay link, boss. Pati ba naman yun? youtube.com/chinvaldez1. And then it should be like at the very top. And it should be at the very top. Boss Chin Genshin Impact G ka ba? Actually, it's as simple as searching like Chin Valdez Paladin. Yan. It should come out there, di ba? Pero yan, it should be at the very top. Boss Genshin Impact G ka ba? Nope. I haven't opened that game in several years, I think. Nakita ko si Feo sa napali, Thai ata yun, halimaw yung paladin niya. High kills din sa Guild League GBG. Well, Feo is on whose team? I think he's on Dylan Pros. Hindi, Dylan Pros ba siya? Or wait, kaninong team nga ba yun? Si Feo. Either Thai or hindi. I think he's Indonesian din yata. I think Feo is on Mavis's team. Nakaka-scrim namin siya eh. Regular namin siya maka-scrim. So I think he should be Indonesian kasi yung guild master niya si Mavis is Indonesian. So I assume na na Indonesian siya. Yan, we get to scrim them very regularly. No, isa sila sa mga madalas namin maka-scrim. Sila Feo. And sila kay Mavis siya. Ano parayo buy mo sa store na purple card? I would go for all defensive cards. I would personally go for defensive cards. Ako, but that's just me. So I would go for, let's say, Marduk, maybe not Deverucci. Elemental cards, elemental armor cards like Asana, Swordfish, Sandman. But that's just me. Guy Earth. Personally, that's what I would go for the cheaper ones. And then syempre for the more expensive ones, it's gonna be Thara and Mark. Diba? So, but that's just me. That's my own opinion. I wouldn't really go for the more offensive cards. In my opinion, you do more damage. Okay, ito opinion ko lang to. No, this is just my opinion. And you might, ayun ko, pag-isipan nyo mabuti. But in my opinion, you can deal, if you want to deal more damage, in my opinion, you can deal more damage if you're not dead. Para, like in my opinion, mas mahina yung damage mo or wala kang damage kung patay ka eh. Diba? So in my opinion, if you want to deal more damage, I would go for the defensive cards. And that's just my opinion. Why you decided to buy Biosport instead of Devo Paladin on PvP? Well, I play Paladin in PvP. I was just testing it out. I've been switching between classes. So I've been, remember I tested Paladin. Of course, we've been running Paladins our main, right? So I tested out Champion. I also tested out SynX. And recently I tested out Biochem. So it just so happened that my first guild league as Biochem, I was MVP. But I would try to test out like these different jobs. Masyadong nagamit ng champion sa DD. I think wala masyadong gumagamit ng champion because they don't have static parties. I think you would need static parties to play champion effectively or just efficiently. Kasi mahirap maghanap ng random team if you're champion. Nobody wants you on their team if you're a champion. Because they don't understand how champions work. But in terms of DPS, I think palag naman yung I think palag naman yung damage ng champion kahit sa TR and stuff. But people underestimate it. But I've already proven that even back in CBT and then it even got buffed now and then they will continue to buff champion. Na palag-palag naman It's just that, I don't know. They don't know how to use it, I guess. But that's my opinion. Searchin, good morning. Can you help me again in Joytify? No problem. I purchased again Bounty Pass 6 but they said they had a problem. I think the problem is they changed now their price. Yeah, they increased the price by a little bit, but the price is still lowest from what I've seen so far. They increased the price already by a bit now, but just by a little bit, and it's still the lowest price from what I've seen. Ano masabi mo, boss, sa next buff ng champ? Exactly, that's what I mean. They're still gonna continue buffing champion. In my opinion, it's probably because of the status quo. The people are saying it's trash, so they just believe it's trash. But in reality, they most likely just don't know how to use it. Because how come when I use it, it's very strong? If I use it in public PvP, I'm always MVP. In the public rooms. So that's what I've been testing out recently, right? So we did Champion, Synex, Biochem, and of course, my main is Paladin. How much HP do you have, Boss Chin? Right now, it goes up to from 143 to like 149 if we get the correct buffs from our battle chant. It goes up to like 149k. Naka-champion ako, boss, sa DD tapos defensive feathers lang. Patay pa din naman mostly sa Sir. Exactly. And then for squishes, I still hit them. I just tried it out yesterday. And I was still hitting squishies for like 50k, 70k finger offensive. Diba? Malakas pa rin naman yung champ I think people just don't know how to use it. Sa mga matitigas, patay pa rin sila sa Asura Strike, and then sa mga malalambot, patay sila sa finger offensive. Diba? I think people just, don't underestimate it. And then it's gonna be buffed soon, diba? Yung finger offensive 100% na. Hindi na siya 70% chance. Diba? May mga ganun Pwede pa lang sa one tap nga kami ng champ sa DDE, finger offensive yun na nga mismo. Diba? I think people just don't know, people kasi, imagine nyo, even back in CBT, I remember everyone was saying na trash daw yung wizard, trash daw yung professor. Everyone was making videos about that, diba? Sobrang daming YouTube videos, on YouTube, nagsabi na basura daw yung wizard at saka yung professor. And then look at it now. Look at both jobs right now. They're the meta right now. Diba? People kasi like they always follow the status quo. Pag sinabi ng favorite YouTuber nila na basura to, C tier to, D tier to, naniniwala sila But look at it now. Like it's the meta right now. You don't see stalkers in PvP, do you? Right now in the highest rank, it's all professors. In the higher ranks of Dimension Drill, wala kang makitang stalker, di ba? But people were saying stalker daw, malakas stalker, ganito, ganyan, etc. Pero tingnan nyo ngayon, di ba? It's professors now. And people were saying it was trash in CBT. People were saying wizard was trash in CBT. Hi, Boss Shin. I've been following your guide since RO Global. Yon, let's go, Paulo Vidal. I want to ask, I'm currently using 2 golden foot rings. Should I lower my agility stat? Right now, I have 80 agility, 74 vit, and 79 luck. I think if you're running golden foot rings, you might not afford to lower your agility. You might want to shoot more agility if you're using golden foot rings. Sir, may nabasa lang ako from Malaysia ata hindi daw nagana ang ignore P-def sa crit damage ng Paladin. There are also several videos already on YouTube that prove that it does work. That ignore P-def does work on Sacrifice Paladin. Golden foot ring or necklace for more HP. Actually, for scaling, I think from what I understand, necklace will scale more for HP. But you know, just for general use, I personally would recommend golden foot ring over the necklace. I purchased last night Bounty Pass 6 for 4.6. Now it's 5.9. I think that's why they can't process my payment, but they accepted my payment. Can I put the transaction code here? Sure. Yeah, send it to me. It should be fine yesterday. It should have been fine yesterday already. I mean, ano ba today? Wednesday, diba? Yeah, but yeah, just give me the transaction code. Kahit latag mo lang dyan sa ano. And then I will let them know. I will forward it to them. Yeah, give me your transaction code and I will forward it to them. Grabe ang lakas ng alin. Sir, pwede po makopy auto and manual skill mo, newbie po. Guys, alam niyo sa mga auto skills, there's barely anything in here usually. I think I even got like a question about the shield build. You know, kung ano yung auto skill sa shield build. I think to just so like you understand more ano ba yung mga linalagay sa mga auto skills, you really need to like listen to what we talk about dun sa skills eh. Or hindi naman. Siguro I have to elaborate more on what the skills actually do. Kasi normally it's very straightforward, diba? It's very straightforward and intuitive. Alam niyo ba on shield build, all I have there is rapid smiting. That's it. On Grand Cross, all I have on auto is Grand Cross. Ganun lang naman yun. It's that simple. Diba? Boss, yun ano magandang i-upgrade Pryo na pet? This is just my opinion. Okay? In my opinion, I'm personally rushing my Sohi. Even for other jobs, I feel like Sohi is god tier. But that's just my opinion. You know, I primarily focus on PvP. And from what I understand, Sohi for PvP is god tier. But that's just my opinion. For PvP. Why for PvP? Tier 1. Tier 1. When your Sohi enters, it lowers your enemy's P-def and M-def by 8%. That's tier 1. Tier 2. When you take damage, you have a 35% chance to blind the enemy. That's tier 2. Reducing their hit and crit by 30. Isn't that crazy? Tier 4. When your pet dies, enemies within the radius lose P-def and M-def again. Di ba yun parang malala? Tier 5 na is just additional whatever here. Then we go up to something like tier 9 for example. When your active pet enters, your pet freezes enemies. Mafi-freeze yung kalaban. Isn't that crazy? Papasok yung pet mo, mafi-freeze lahat ng kalaban. And then babawas pa yung movement speed nila after. Isn't that OP? It's the only pet that does that. It's the only pet that does any of that. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that super crazy? So in my opinion, you know, again, like I said, this is just my opinion. Diba? This is just my opinion. But, you know, in my opinion, Sohi's the most overpowered pet for PvP. For all jobs, not just for Sacrifice Paladin. Other OP pet is also, Teacup Bunny is also pretty crazy. Chinvaldes ultimate biochemist now. Yup, I'm the ultimate biochemist that uses sacrifice damage. So diba? Yeah, get nga tayo dito. I'm doing my dailies now with my girlfriend's account. And this is my girlfriend's account and si Bligot. And this is my mahal. I'm the ultimate biochemist now that uses spear quicken and sacrifice. Look at that healing. Ano yung heal? Look at that healing. Can you see that healing? Isn't that crazy? Required ba talaga 2 hunter flies so para hindi mamatay pag ginagamit sacrifice? Well, if you're alone, if you're on the team, you kinda don't need it. You know, if I'm with my teammates, I remove the hunter fly cards completely and just go for other cards like elemental damage cards. See, I got this, Justin. I will forward this to my team right now. And no problem, no. It's not your fault. It's their fault. Okay, it's not your fault. It's their fault. Wait, let me forward this to my team now. It's their fault. I'll forward this right now. There, I already forwarded it now. Wait, let me forward also what you said and then...
제 파트너를 보셨나요? 가장 훌륭한 기사예요.
Yeah, I forwarded to them. Hunterfly works in... Okay, here's the thing. The problem with Hunterfly card for PvP is Hunterfly card... The way Hunterfly card works is it restores HP based on the damage you deal. So the problem is how much damage do you actually deal in PvP? So let's say if you're hitting for like, let's say 30k. You're only healing for what? 3,000 HP? Parang ganon. But then, how much HP do you have in PvP? Like 500k? So yes, it does work in PvP. It's just not as effective as if you were using it in PvE. This is a PvE, diba? Let's say if you're hitting for like 300k, 400k. I think people even hit for like 500k now or something. Malaki yung balik nung heal, diba? Malaki yung balik ng HP. Pero in PvP, since you're dealing a lot less damage, it's not as effective. Sir, what do you think best for PvP? Naga Shield or... Oh, for that, it really depends. It super duper duper depends. It depends on your team composition. It depends on what your target is. Sobrang depend. I use both. Short answer, Paul John Pasiha. Short answer, TLDR. I use both. I use both Holy Shield or Naga Shield. It depends on my team composition. But taas ang damage natin. We're not even like focused on damage. Like normally, like from what I've seen so far, people hit for like 400, 500k now. On sacrifice damage. I've seen people hit for like 400k. Boss, pa-review or compare with Pally Saki Tank. Wait, what do you mean? Boss Shin, please review or compare with Paladin Sakri tanks. Wait, can you co-pilot? Can you rephrase your question? I'm not sure I understand. I'm so sorry. Hello, Boss Shin. Ano man recommend mong class for solo player makakasabay sa PV? This is just my opinion. I think the very best job class for any content right now, PvE, PvP. The top 3 in my opinion are... This is the top 3 for me. The top 3 is Biochemist, any performer class, Bard and Dancer, and High Priest. Those 3. So if you're a solo player, for me, you can choose any of those 3 and you can't go wrong with any of those 3. You'll never have problems as a solo player with those 3. So Prioni and medium cards ang prio. Wait, Prioni and medium cards ang prio? Prio for what? And size modifiers don't work on sacrifice damage. Boss, what do you think about Monk for next patch? I think Monk is great even for this patch. Putting in cards and stats. For cards and stats, I actually have a dedicated Sacrifice Paladin guide video. John Manuel. I highly recommend you check it out here on our channel. So it's called the Ultimate Sacrifice Paladin Guide video. So it's not just our cards and stats that we show there. We show everything there, you know, enchants, medals, feathers, etc. We see our stats and quasi stats, sir. So again, so for stats, etc., you know, like we could talk about this all day, every day and all. But you know, like everything, we already have it on our channel. So check it out on our Sacrifice Paladin Guide video. Naka-squid card yan, sir. Nope, I am using Hunterfly cards. Boss Chin, does size card work po ba sa Paladin? Napanood ko na to sa'yo before sa RO pero nakalimutan ko na, hehe, thanks. Actually, if we go over the sacrifice skill over here, it says here that size and race base damage modifiers do not apply to sacrifice damage. So size and race doesn't apply to sacrifice damage. Alright, let's continue with our dailies. And so I'm doing my dailies now. I'm actually waiting for... Oh my god, namatay na. I was waiting for Doppel and Drak. I was waiting for these two. Wait, teka, mag-a-alarm ako. Namatay sila eh. Mag-a-alarm ako. Yan, I was waiting for Doppel and Drak. I want their accessories. And so I have to do my dailies. Wait, let me... Wait lang ah. Let's do dailies. Setting up my girlfriend's account too. Yan, papatulong tayo sa account ng girlfriend ko for dailies. Yan. One hit, Drak ka pa din ba? Yup. Drak is hitting me for like 190,000 damage, unfortunately. Yan, it's hitting me for quite a lot of damage. So, ayun. Since you removed the riding and Peko Peko, where did you put the extra skill points? Battle chant. Devotion, I guess. I don't know. Like I put it here on devotion. Sympathy, battle chant. Here naman, wala. It's just there. I even have like one riding. Yan. That's what I have right now. Ano card mo sa weapon? I actually have it on my guide as well. I have an ultimate sacrifice Paladin guide video where I use Hunterfly cards. For PvP boss yun, ano weapon cards mo? Normally I go for like the status cards like Savage Babe or Metaller, mga ganon. With you trick, use second skill bar with blue, beetle, and chat. Then yellow, you can have double buff. Then use one yellow from the blue one. You have. Wait, I don't understand. I don't understand what you're trying to say. Min CE97. So, ayun. Currently, I'm experimenting in PvP between crit damage and P damage. I personally like boosting P damage and always on reflect shield. Actually, I saw a video about that also. Si Nerdy Ariel. I remember his name now. His name was Nerdy Ariel. He did show that P damage percent works better for PvP compared to crit damage. But good thing I don't use either one. So it doesn't really apply. To me, it doesn't really apply because I don't use crit damage nor P damage percent for PvP. So for me, it doesn't apply. Boss, how about elemental weapon cards? Elemental weapon cards work on Sacrifice Paladin. So I do have, like, especially for things like Juperos, I actually use Orc Skeleton for Juperos. And we're able to hit around 1 billion damage now in Juperos thanks to these two cards. And Orc Skeleton cards, I hit for like 400, 500k in Juperos. So Juperos, malakas yung Paladin. Boston, I'm following your progress since day 1 ng ROC. May I ask, ano prefer mong cards for PvP? Okay, so here's the thing. As much as possible, I try not to reveal too much about my PvP setups because we do plan to participate in Tier Cup. So unfortunately, I will have to like very much limit the details of our PvP setups. This UR trick for white battle chant doesn't work anymore in Ragnarok Origin Classic. Totoo ba mas mabilis pity kapag walang candy? I don't think so. I think it's the same. These are some of the what do you call this? Like some of the myths na from back in Global 2. Uso po ba provoke Paladin? Of course, I use provoke. You know what? It's so easy to get TRs with Paladin. Very easy to get TR with Paladin. I've always been saying this from the very beginning, even from back in CBT. Actually, even from before, you know, here's the thing. Back in Global, for TRs, we use things like Choice Fate, Choice Maze. We use the Choice sigils, right? But we don't have sigils here in Classic. So the best source for self-damage is sacrifice damage. So now we're dealing damage to ourselves, our healers are getting more healing. You know, when I do TR, our team always gets max healing and max damage taken. It's just that, you know, people are always just focused on dealing max damage that they forget that for TRs, it's not all about dealing damage. So it's very easy for us to get TR because of that, you know, because we're always getting max healing, we're always getting max damage taken. If we get max damage, then great. But you know, like I said, TR is not all about just dealing damage. You also have to like take damage, and healing also like increases your chances of getting TR. Diba? I've always been talking about that ever since the world began. You know, it's always been a thing. It really has to do with mindset. You know, like if you have the proper mindset, be able to achieve like several things here. Yeah, I trying but effect or double it. Yeah, it doesn't work. It doesn't work anymore. Di ba overkill yung 2 level 10 hunterfly pag PvE? I just keep it on, you know, just for I remove both for when I'm on a team. You know, when I'm with my team, I remove both. I just go for the elemental cards. But you know, without the team, you know, just to make sure that we're not dying and stuff like that, I go for the 2. What's your feather setup, bro? So here's the thing. For feather setup, just to be transparent with you all, I change it all the time. I always change it all the time. So I don't really have like just one feather setup. It's very easy to change feathers here, so I've been changing it every now and then. I have a Paladin as an alt and Minstrel as my main, and I used to get TR exactly. With tanking and healing, it's very easy to hit TR. Ba't di nag-enter yun? Tsaka Thanatos, I hate this map. I hate this Helheim map. For pure HP type, bro. Okay, so I did make like a sacrifice paladin guide video. And even with my latest videos, I do talk about feathers there and how to increase HP. So basically, the feathers that increase your HP, just let me give you like a quick rundown. You'd want to run feathers like Nature, Divine, Virtue, and Terra. So those are the 3 feathers that give you HP. And then for like a mixed feathers, Grace gives you max HP too. So I think basically that's all of the feathers that give you max HP. Like if your goal is just to, you know, increase max HP, then those are the feathers that give you max HP. Madali lang yan, punta kayo kaagad dun sa puntang second floor. Doon nyo ba natin mga first floor na mobs na makakuha? Hindi, my problem is, ang tagal lang. Hindi ba ito mahaba compared to the other Helheims? Parang mahaba siya eh. Ito lang nga, naiwan na yung ano ko. Naiwan yung account ng girlfriend ko. Wait lang, she's stuck. Okay lang yan. Ma-clear naman namin ito nang wala yung account niya. Naiwan yung account nung yung Lord Knight ng girlfriend ko naiwan. Wait, try ko ihabol. Naiwan yung account niya eh. Wait lang, ihahabol ko. Naiwan siya eh. Yan, go upstairs. Yan. Bakit naka-bio ka on DD? Hindi pa ako nagdi-DD as bio. I haven't done Dimension Drill as bio yet. And I did pala yata. I think yes. Trinay ko lang, testing. I've done 1 DD as bio and 1 Guild League as bio. Parang ganon. And so tinesting lang natin. we've been changing jobs, not just biochem. We've been trying out different jobs. We're trying out Cinex, we're trying out Professor, we're trying out all jobs basically. Ay, may bida-bida na pumasok doon. Sad. Lol. Ayun na, pwede na ba? Ayun, okay na. Boss, magkano ang total top up mo? Oh, we top up every week, max top up every week. What is the next accessory to use if complete na GFR? I don't know. I think we'll have to wait for the level 105 accessories. I tried your Grand Cross now. Grand Cross is pretty good. And we actually faced one Paladin using Grand Cross in Dimension Drill. It's not much pero okay na din for now sa PvE. Hunting ko kasi now Hunter Fly card at least 2. Ayan. Grand Cross is pretty good, right? I love using Grand Cross. I use Grand Cross for ET as well. And Grand Cross definitely for grinding, diba? It's probably one of the best ones. Pangiti mo today, boss. Ngiting Paladin na ulit. Big Boy Manoy. Wait, Big Boy Manoy, ito ba yung ano? Ikaw yung ano natin yung sa ano, tawag dito? Exodiac. Tama ba, Big Boy Manoy? Scrim tayo ulit mamaya if you guys have time. Pero nice G last night, durog kami sa inyo eh. Kailangan namin mag-improve. Scrim tayo ulit tonight after DD and Big Boy Manoy. Ay, ngayon ko scrim nga namin kagabi sa Exodiac, diba? I remember. Durog kami kagabi. Hindi kami makapalag. Pero hindi kasi, I think my teammates were also testing out builds. Parang nagpalit-palit kasi ng builds eh. So, medyo bugbog kami. Pero shoutout of course na kila Big Boy Manoy. I think they're the number 1 Dimension Drill team for Frontera 6. Di ba? Parang ganun eh. Yan, shoutout kila Big Boy Manoy. If you guys have time, scrim tayo ulit soon. Hopefully tonight if ever. If you guys have time. Bro, I love your Paladin build, bro. So helpful. No problem, Wincy97. Glad to be of service. Okay lang ang class na Mastersmith at mabilis din ba siya? Matanggap sa party pag PR. Nobody wants Mastersmiths except Synexis. Grand Cross lack Matak. Please suggest Dev to add base Matak on one-hand sword, LK, DA, and one-hand spear. Paano mag-change ng weapon transmog? Oh, you just have to go for your divine armament and then appearance and then apply and then reset. And Boss Shin, nag-Goy Binds ka or Rider for divine armament? Well, right now I'm using Rider for now. And to help me out with my attack speed. So for PV, Jupe boss, elemental cards are better compared to Squidget Soldier Skeleton. Definitely. I would use elemental cards when applicable. Always. More than the crit cards. My sacrifice paladin keeps dying with 100 fly card. Try going for 4. Go for 4. Have 2 slotted equipped and then awaken them to 1 star. Switching ka boss ng Biochem at Paladin? Well, actually, you know what? We're all changing jobs every day. I go Paladin, I go Champ, I go Biochem. I've been switching jobs here. I even have my hero. I even have Dawn Fist here. I have my 2-hand spear there. I went LK. I don't just go Biochem or Paladin, everyone's switching jobs every day. So ayun. Where's the thing? Eh, nagpa-follow naman yung account ng girlfriend ko. Then we fight them here, di ba? We're gonna get Hunterfly card. There's none on Trade Center. You can actually redeem it. It's redeemable and you get it from the shop. Oh, you can't show it here, but it's just in the card shop. You can get it for free. Actually, you just need the blue card fragments. And then if you don't have blue card fragments, then you'll have to use MA on it or something. Search in how to transfer weapon stats from Bio to Synex. Oh, I think you would need to look up like a Bio guide and then a Synex guide to see like what stats you need. I have a Synex guide actually, but it's not updated. You know, it's a Synex guide from CBT, so it's not like it wouldn't be the best Synex guide in the universe, right? For Sacrifice Paladin, saan kayo kumukuha ng physical damage? Yung saan kasi 30% pa lang. How much do I have? I think mine is pretty low. Wait, let me check. Mine's pretty low. Mine's only 56%. Siguro from medals, I guess. Mas okay di nakasakay sa peko-peko. Well, I used it kasi for mga devotion and stuff. Now, I do have riding here, diba? Level 1 and all, but I have devotion, sympathy, max level battle chant. It's what I have now. Show me a demo how to get a Hunterfly card, please. Sure, after we get out of here, because I can't access the shop here. See, so after we finish this, I guess. Wait lang, how do I... Yan. I'm using 2 accounts. I'm using 2 accounts. I thought someone died again. Wala naman pala. I meant how to transfer the refines and transform weapon of Biot. Oh, you have to go. There's like a... Wait, let me show you later. It's in the shop, like in Holgren's shop. There's like a guy there. And then he transfers the refines. Wait lang. It's a guy beside Holgren. There's a guy beside Holgren that transfers refines. Hello everyone, my name is Miko. Good morning, brother. Kamusta? Kamusta Guild League? Why you don't use Peko Peko? Oh, because I needed we did team dungeon yesterday, so I needed to go for max. I need to use devotion for yesterday for our team dungeon. So we finished the hardest level of team dungeon, but I needed to use devotion on our damage dealers so that they don't die. Here. So we finished team dungeons yesterday here. In here. There, we cleared Nightmare. We cleared Nightmare Freya dungeon yesterday. So I needed to go for devotion. Abugbog lagi, wala kaming Chin Valdez. Yun lang, sayang wala kayong Chin Valdez. Can I see your stat? Well, my stats are, I have a video on my YouTube channel. It's called the Ultimate Sacrifice Paladin Guide video. So, lost and if you want to see stats, feathers, equipment, etc., cards, and everything, it's all there on my Ultimate Sacrifice Paladin Guide video. And equipment assistant is the guy that changes your transfers your refines. Thought on dismantling 1 minute to upgrade 1 Skullworker and 1 Hydra, worth it po or hindi? I'm committed din po PvE, ang hirap mag-decide. Well, if you're also committed to PvE, I wouldn't dismantle the Mino cards. I have my both Mino cards here too. And ayun, no, in my opinion, I wouldn't dismantle it. Sorry, does it need my hammer and offhand the same refines for me to transfer to Qatar? Nope, it just exchanges the refines. So if one has like +1 refine or +0 or whatever, it will just transfer it over. So it doesn't matter. It will just exchange the refines. Did you play Sacrifice on PvP Guild League content? I tried out Biochemist last night. Grabe yung unang Freya video mo pa yung last kong kita sa Marin mo. Marin reveal please. Wala. Nandun eh. Malayo, nandun eh. Nandun sa labas eh. What up, Chin? What up, Apollo lang? Pang competitive lang po ba yung server ng Frontera? No, it's just the first servers. Hunterfly card please. Okay, so to get Hunterfly cards that are not in trade. So let's say if you're having trouble getting Hunterfly cards from trade because of the cheaters, because I heard like there were cheaters in trade, right? You can get it from the shop. You can just go to the shop, go to card shop, and then chanang Hunterfly cards for free. You just need these. And you get these through Endless Tower, you get these through daily activity. You know, you just play the game and then you get these and then you get Hunterfly cards. For Paladin, what best weapon card? Hunterfly cards. For PV, and then just for general use, diba? For grinding, etc. Working pa ba Mino, etc. Size and race cards never worked on sacrifice damage, not even in global. So ayun, it never worked even in global. Size and race cards for sacrifice damage. What cards do I need here? I think I want to go for... I'm not sure what cards I want. Parang I want more of the... I'm not sure what card I want. Maybe I just save more of the advanced blue ones and go for something like the Vadon card. Wala akong ganyan eh. I don't have Vadon. Maybe I should go for Vadon and one more Mandragora and then Drain Lair. And those cards I don't have. I have Drain Lair. I have Drain Lair. I have no Vadon. I have one Mandragora. So I probably save. Do I have it already in trade? Vadon. Let's slot in Mandragora here too. I want one of those. Mandragora. But elements work on sacrifice. Elemental cards work on sacrifice. Vadon, Drain Lair, and Mandragora. Saan po mas mag-focus sa feather ang sacrifice paladin? Offensive or defensive? Ito guys, kasi when you guys ask about feathers, there's a lot of combinations that you can go for, like really a lot, and it extremely depends on your team composition. Sobra. So if you're gonna ask me, should you focus more on offensive feathers or defensive feathers? It depends on your team comp. Are you like the primary damage dealer? Are you the frontline tank that deals damage from the enemy team? It depends eh. So that's what feathers do. Kaya I think maybe for my next video, I would probably create like a dedicated feather guide. You know, kasi there's no one single feather build for Paladin, for Sacrifice Paladin. Even on Sacrifice Paladin, I've changed my feather setup several times. Sobra, I got too many to count. I've changed my feather setup too many times already. Because there's not one feather build for one build. I don't have that feather setup for one build. You know, like if you're gonna ask me what's the best feather setup for Sacrifice Paladin, it really depends. Sobra, it really depends. Hunterfly, Jollyverse. Ano bili mo sa purple coins? This is just my opinion. I actually already answered this earlier. But I would personally just go for the defensive cards. That's just me. I know people are going for Squidget and stuff like that, but you know, that's not me. That's not the Chin Valdez style. And my friends, and sila Miko, and sila Puds, they know that, diba, na I don't really go for the offensive stuff. in my opinion, if you want to deal more damage, this is just my opinion again, you know, and it could be like controversy and whatever. But in my opinion, you deal more damage when you're not dead. So in my opinion, it's much better to just go for the defensive cards. Of course, you prioritize your Frog card. And if you want something early on, you could go for something like Horn card or whatever. But I would personally just prioritize the defensive cards. So those are going to be Pasana, Argeo, but you know, not so much Argeo, more of the Pasana, Swordfish, Sandman, maybe not Sandman, Dokebi. Where's Dokebi? Dokebi. Yeah, not Sandman. Wag na lang Sandman. Definitely Pasana, Swordfish, and Dokebi. You can skip Sandman, I think. Then Frog, Guy Earth. What do you call this? Marduk. Orc Baby not so much, especially now that they're changing up snipers too. Orc Baby will only defend against Sacrifice, Paladin, and Champs. So Orc Baby's not that great either. So ayun, those are personally the cards that I would go for purple cards. I wouldn't go, like I said, I know people are going for Squidget and all, but you know, that's not the Chin Valdez style. In my opinion, I kill more people when I'm not dead. I don't know about you guys. Maybe you guys kill more people when you have 15% increased crit damage, but in my opinion, I kill more people when I'm not dead. Searching how to improve healing taken. Golden Foot Ring. Hi Chin, can I know if Prof meet Fisley 1-on-1 or 5-on-5, who will win the percentage? Calvin Chan, I'm not sure I understand your question. I'm very sorry. Like, can you rephrase your question? Naka-squid ka ba sa weapon? Nope, I'm using Hunterfly cards. Bro, I'm dying when sacrifice. Great, because I actually have a dedicated video on how to survive when dealing how to survive your own sacrifice damage. For cloak, what's better choice? Right now on my cloak, I'm going for Batman Jr. card. For cards in general, you know, I have a dedicated Ultimate Sacrifice Paladin guide video that you guys can actually check out. And we talk about lots of things there, you know. Ayun pala, Mark card also, diba? Marduk, Mark. You know, those are the cards that I would personally go for. Good morning, Chin. Kailan upload ng Bard? Ayun pa pala, no? Bard. Soon, no? I could do that like very, very soon. But I think before I do my Bard video, I think I should do my dedicated feather guide. You know, and that's one of the most frequently asked questions I get about feathers. You know, because people are still confused and still don't know how to build for feathers. So I think that's one of the main things that I have to focus on, or focus on next, is how to build feathers. Because I understand, you know, like people are confused about feathers. So we'll probably do that next. The ultimate feather build guide video. Ganun. Ilan luck for pure crit? Oh, it depends. Here's another thing. You guys focus too much on the direct stats instead of focusing on the total stats, diba? So for consistent crits, it depends on what your target is. Kasi yung mga monsters and mga tao, like all players in general, they have their own dedicated crit res too. Though even the monsters, sila doppelganger and all, hindi lang nakasulat dito, no? But they do have their own crit res stats. So let's go for Doppel. It doesn't say it here, but he does have his own crit res. I would think na at around, I'm able to crit against him consistently at around like 120 crit. Parang ganun. Ganda poring mo sa likod. Poring sa likod. Wala namang poring sa likod. Question, Gloria Domi build ka po? Well, right now I'm on Devotion. And I'm on Devotion right now. What card is better for accessory? Swift Mantis or Muka? Okay, so here we go again. So it depends on what you need. Kasi, so in my opinion, I think you will deal more damage with Swift Mantis. And if you're lacking with agility, like Swift Mantis does give you a bit of agility, but Swift Mantis in general will give you more damage than Muka cards. Muka cards will give you more sustain though. Best costume recommendations po. I think the very best costume, the very, very, very best costume is this one. The octopus, ano nga ba yun? Nasaan na ba yun? I think this is the very best costume. It's going to be... Why can't I find it? But nawawala. It's missing. They remove it? Did they remove it? Parang nawawala. I think they removed it. And how do you get this? Parang masaya ito. Oh, you buy it? You can buy that? Nice. Nawawala. They removed it. They removed it. Yung octopus tongue is gone. Wala na. They removed it. That's so sad. There used to be an octopus tongue here. Wala na. Nakakalungkot naman yun. Wala na. They removed it. So sad. That was a good mouthwear. That was, I think, the best costume ever. Mas better ba 2 Hunterfly or 1 Hunterfly, 1 Squid? It depends. Are you dying? If you're dying, go for Hunterfly cards. If you're not, and then go for Squid. Ano po enchant weapon ng Paladin Sacrifice? I'm using Sharp. Guys, you know, like for enchants, for cards, for ano pa ba yung mga kailangan? Enchants, cards, feathers, skills, stats, etc. It's all in my all of those. They're all on my Ultimate Sacrifice Paladin guide video. All of it. As in all of it. So I highly recommend you guys check it out right now. And then after watching it, balik kayo dito sa live ko. Because it's a pretty comprehensive guide. You know, it's the Ultimate Sacrifice Paladin guide video. If you guys are still confused about cards, enchants, it's all there. On your 3 build of Paladin, what's the best for PvE? In my opinion, this is just my, you know, like Sacrifice Paladin is still going to be the best. It's just that going Grand Cross is very efficient for a lot of things. For grinding, Grand Cross is extremely efficient. Wait lang, actually speaking of grinding, dapat pala ina-AFK ko na to habang nag-uusap tayo. Yan, I'm doing my dailies. Dapat inano ko na pala. Ida-dance ko na lang. Dalawang account yung gamit ko ngayon eh. And this is my girlfriend's account. Yung Bligut. Ayan, this is my girlfriend's account. Ayan, si Bligut. Naka Lord Knight naman siya. Devo build po support sa PvP? Yes. I mean, if Professor versus Paladin 1-on-1 or in GVG or DD team 5 versus 5, who will win? Well, if it's 5 versus 5, then it's not Professor versus Paladin, is it? Diba? Or if in DD, then it's also 5 versus 5, then it's not Professor versus Paladin. If in GVG, if GVG, it's what? 80 versus 80? 40 versus 40, then it's still not Professor versus Paladin. I think the only time you can compare it is in 1v1s, no? So in 1v1, I think, in my opinion, a skilled Paladin can beat a skilled Professor, in my opinion. A skilled Paladin can beat a skilled Professor, in my opinion. If same progression and same everything, same skill level, you know, kunwari if Chin Valdez yung gumamit ng Paladin and Chin Valdez yung gumamit ng Professor, I would say that the Paladin will beat the Professor 1v1. If 1v1. For the simple reason that Professors are so soft. You could say that, oh, but you just use the spell, but like I said, it has to be versus a skilled Paladin. If you know brain dead auto attack player Paladin, then of course Professor will beat Paladin, diba? But if it's like a decently skilled player, not just the Paladin user, then Paladin will beat Professor. If 1v1, What card is better for accessories? Swift Mantis or Muka? I answered that already. In my opinion, like Swift Mantis if you're going for damage, Muka if you're going for sustain. Do you keep your MA searching or use it? I use it every day. Laswa daw kasi. Ay, yung octopus ba? Quick question, why Paladin LK removed their Pego in PvP? Most of them are doing this. Well, right now, I think people are just using it for other skills. Boss on a priority, Angeling Puppet or medium damage reduction puppet card? Doppel Puppet ata yun. Sacrifice Paladin ako, more on focus. Okay, this is my opinion. Opinion ko lang to I think you're better off going for Angeling Puppet cards. For the mouthwear. So I have Doppel here because sometimes I'm not a Paladin. Diba? Sometimes I go for Champ. Sometimes I go for, sometimes I use Champ. Sometimes I use LK. In those cases, Doppelganger card would be better. But if you're a Paladin, this is just again my opinion. In my opinion, you would scale more with the Angeling Puppet cards. Because Paladin has a lot of HP sources. So you kind of want to boost that as much as you can. Diba? And then in PvP, your HP is boosted times 4. So, you know, just in my opinion, I would go for the Angeling Puppet cards. If you're Sacrifice Paladin. That's just my opinion. Because if you're going for Devotion, let's say if you're using Devotion. If you're going for Devotion, then your Doppelganger card is useless. Right? If you're using Devotion to protect, let's say, your sniper or whatever. Damage taken is affected by the party member's own defense stats and is not affected by the Crusader's own stats. So in my opinion, you're better off pumping up more HP compared to damage reduction. Hello Chin, when you play Guild League or Imperium Overrun, do you totally focus on defensive biochemist? It was my first time playing Guild League as biochemist, to be honest. I watched all your videos. Oh, let's go, Charles. Wait, how do you say that? Kiggins, ayan. Si Chin talaga very transparent sa lahat ng streamer. Walang tinatago except my feathers. Except my PvP feathers because I can't until we finish the tier cup. Except my PvP setups also until we finish the tier cup. You got some videos with Grand Cross build. All you have to do is type in Chin Valdez Grand Cross. Madikitan lang Prof GG. And we got 2 gap closers being the charge attack and also the quick slide. No? Quick slide has gigantic range on that. Ano main stats ng Sage po? Int Vit and some decks I think. I don't know Like a little bit of decks I think. Do you buy Mora from Gold Coin every week? Every week. We finish up this store every week. Everything in growth, I finish up every week. See, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Feathers lang, also 0. Lahat pala. Yan, everything 0. I'm doing my dailies on the other account, yung kay Bligut. Chin Valdez versus everyone. I bet Chin will win. Nah, I'd win. Kuya Chin, ano mga masaya na class or unconventional build na funny sa... And this is just my opinion. But one of the fun builds I would say is Champion auto attack build with Asura strike in between. Champion triple attack build with Asura. In my opinion, is pretty fun. Unconventional but fun. Grind na boss habang sumasagot. Yan na nga dapat nagka-grind na ako And we should be grinding now. Let's do that. Let's grind now. Habang sumasagot. Magsuspawn na ba to? 15 minutes na lang Let's do double and drac first and then we'll start grinding. 15 minutes No mouthwear card for PvE GX user. Same, you go for doppel. Diba? If you're GX, use doppel. Good morning, brother Baz. Good morning. Grabe may doppel. Ano yun? Grabe may doppel at Angeling na naul. How about Hunterfly card? It's for the weapon. Maraming salamat, no problem, Charles Kiggins. Ilan HP mo on PvP preset bro? Around like 500,000 plus. Chin the Goat Valdez? Meh. Kuya Chin, Pang DJ bosses. Ha 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 ha. Get a Zagri build, a Paladin. Be useful in Temple of Nightmare. Nope. 3 times melee bone or 3 times superior crit for PvP. This is just my opinion. I would personally go for the 3 times superior crit. You would gain more damage from the melee boon, but good luck dealing more damage when you're not critting. Good luck on tier ka, boss. PH number 1. Let's go, James Johnson. You know what? Whether we win or not, but we will. I'm pretty sure that a Filipino team will win the tier cup. But we will win. We're gonna be champion. Ano title niyang BGM mo? Title ng BGM natin right now is Lo-Fi RO Songs to Listen to for Ragnarok Origin Classic by Little Fatty GG. Ito yung title. Ito yung title. Yan. Actually, ito na lang yung link. Actually, ito na lang yung link. Yan, here's the link. May buyer po ba kayo ng Angeling card? Yes! Yes, meron! Malmonite, get in. Meron. Sell it to us. We want it right now. We'll buy it today. We'll buy it today. Wait, I'll message my guys right now. Zach? Yes. Please, how do I get in touch with you? Pero yes, we want to buy your Angeling MVP card. Okay lang ba bilhin yung Mora coin sa gold shop if naubos ko na yung iba like feathers and others? Yes. Sana ba? I personally do that too. Did I do that already? Ayan, ubos na nga. Ayan, Mora coins. Ayan, ubos. Okay lang, when yung times 3 card event daw, walang balita sa radyo at TV. Naka-max upgrade na po ba lahat ng pets mo? Of course not. I don't think anyone can do that. Do you have a guide on Professor Searchin? No. I would highly recommend you check out Zero. It's XERO. Like I think he has the best mage guides, you know, for Wizard and Professor. Minimal crit Paladin 120. In my opinion, like 120 would be safe bet. Which is better, Shield Reflect or Defensive Aura? You use both. You can't go for only one. You have to use both. Chin, bio ako. Medyo di ako satisfied. What would be the next class to get di mahirap sundan from cards lang? Lord Knight. You know, my girlfriend, she started off as biochem. Hindi siya nag-enjoy. Hindi din siya satisfied. Malakas and all pero it wasn't fun. So from biochem, she switched to champ. She enjoyed champ. Problem is, it was too mechanical for her. You know, champ is very mechanical class. So now she's a Lord Knight. So far, so good pa naman. And I'm so confused about which cards I should keep and which ones I should dismantle. Why? Chin, legit ba yung sa 24 na hell? I think so. From a reliable source. Yan lang. Sino mas malalim, King Wawa or Chin Valdez? Siyempre, King Wawa yan, di ba? Ayan na, paldo si seller, o di ba? May new server kaya sa 24 after maintenance, I would not look forward to those. May isang Pilipino na naman ang pumaldo sa buhay. Ano mas okay, Goblin Puppet 2 or Deviling Puppet? Good question. That's actually... Hindi, Goblin Puppet is sa ano yun, di ba? Ano ba yun? Di ba faceware card yun? Isn't that a faceware card? Goblin Puppet? That's faceware. That's faceware eh. How can you compare those? You have to, why not both? Grabe din si Zero, galing mag-advise. I would highly recommend going for Zero for the mage guides. Thanks, LSS na LS ako dito. Di ko makita. Ayan. It's on Little Fatty's YouTube channel. What card do you use on weapon for PvP? I just go for the... You know guys, this is just my opinion. I would highly recommend going for the status cards. You know, I would go for the status cards. Savage Babe, Requiem, Metaller, you know, those kinds of cards. Bro, ano best build for PvP sa LK? In my opinion, the very best build for LK in PvP is the Lion's Roar build. Masaya pa rin Doram for me. Problem is, this is just my opinion. Doram is great for Guild League, pero kinda not great for Dimension Drill. There are too many problems for Doram in small scale PvP. In large scale, malakas yung Doram sobra. 300k PHP ata yung offer sa Angeling card? I don't think so. I won't do 300k for that. I mean, let's see. Bro Chin, nagtatanong si Jules kung nakatulog ka na, naka-live ka pa daw. Same tayo ng time zone, brother. After live stream pa lang ako matutulog. And then I'll sleep, I'll wake up in the afternoon. Bro, magkaroon ba ng... Ay bro, baka may static ba si Jules? Baka pwede kong isabay yung kay Dayan sa kanya for like TRs and stuff. Biochem pa naman siya. And this is an LK, di ba? This is an LK for palag-palag pang TR. Magkaroon ba ng card deck? I don't think so. I don't think they'll do that here in Classic. Bro, will you buy the tawag kong ka-card? MVP card? Probably not. Can you only sell MVP cards within the same server? Yes. Boring nung update, less Guild League, more DD, sana buguin nila after tier cup. Bro, you're not using Paladin for PvP events. I saw you last time using Biochem Y. I just tested it. I just went Biochem one time for DD and one time for Guild League. We're just testing classes, bro. Every day, every DD, we're always changing it. We're always changing our, not just me, you know, like everyone on my team is changing job classes almost every day. So you might have seen me as Biochem, but I also went Champ, I also went LK. You know, I've already done several job classes. Joe TZ. So ayun. Wait, is it almost time? I'm just waiting for Doppel and Draft, and then I can finally do my grind, and then we can do our Q&A. Diba? And we have 7 minutes. Boss Chin, na-inherit ba yung feathers na naka-tier up? Kasi hindi ko makita yung feathers pag remove ko. May lipat sana. It's very easy, of course. You know, let's tier this up, for example. Ayan, kunwari yan, tineer up natin siya. You know, inherit. Diba? Pwede. Ayan, Breeze Chin Valdez Wen. Ayan, yung Royal Guard ko, ginawa nyong slave priest, yung Royal Guard ko. Napakalakas nun, tapos ginawa nyo lang pang buff. Do you think Prof change to Paladin it's viable, visible? I think you mean viable, diba? Or hard. I think it should be easy. And it would be great too, like you'd have like a lot of utility too. Ilan na HP? We shoot up to like 149k. Priest Valdez, Idol, ilan na HP mo? Yeah, we shoot up to like 149k. 143 at base. Boss, ano skill setup mo for MVP? Ito, like what we have on right now. Devotion, ganyan and stuff. Devotion is king. Medyo malaking bagay yung devotion. Kailangan remove sa lahat ng preset para makita mo sa backpack mo at ma-inherit yung feathers. I think is what Aning Baz is saying. Boss, yun ano cards mo sa accessories? I think I have cobbled cards here. Horong para makita ko si Dracula. Osiris kasi we did team dungeons kanina. So I had Osiris on. And we did the nightmare ng team dungeon. And we cleared it earlier. So I had Osiris on too. Ano gamit mo sa weapon na cards, boss? We're using Hunterfly cards. Yung sa auto skills, boss, ano setup mo? Again, guys, no, if you have like a decent understanding of what your skills do, auto skills shouldn't be a problem. If you're using Grand Cross, then slot in Grand Cross. if you're using rapid smiting, it's just rapid smiting. It's very intuitive. You know, it's not too difficult. And then here for sacrifice Paladin, this is what I have. Daya talaga nung spear na nagiging espada. Oh, ito maangas dito, no? Mukhang, well, it's still a spear, but you know, he kinda slashes with it. Diba? Baka na-preset ka sa feathers kaya hindi niya ma-inherit yung sa niya. Yung sa feathers. No? It's probably in the preset. Is Mammonite 07 still here? Mammonite 07, we'd buy that card. Are you here? For the Angeling card. Mammonite 07, nananawagan po kami sa'yo for the Angeling MVP card. Legit ba yan or eme lang? Kasi parang nawala siya. I mean, if he's trying to sell, then he's probably, ano yan? Isn't he supposed to like push it or something? Parang bigla siyang nawala. Pwesto na nga ako dito kay Doppel. Nawala si Mammonite 07. We're waiting for your answer. And magkano? Like, how much are you selling the Angeling card? Mahal ng 300k. Angeling Puppet 1 for sale. Thoughts mo kuya sa Axe Boomerang? Okay, actually malakas naman yung damage ng Axe Boomerang. Ang problem lang is, isang Lex Lightning Bolt lang yung mga white suit. Patay sila. Sobrang lambot nila sa PvP is the problem. For PvE, fine, great. Okay, malakas yung damage. Pero for PvP, one shot sila ng ng Professor. Boss, or madapuan lang ng Storm Gust, patay din yung yung Whitesmith. Boss Jin, mas okay ba walang peko-peko ang Paladin sa PvP? Madami kasi ako nakita mga Paladin na di na nakamount sa peko-peko pag PvP. I think it's because they're using it for other skills. Boss, meron ka video ng Guild League nyo versus Spider? Ako personally wala. But Spider has videos, I think, versus us. Is it okay to switch bio to Pally? Well, I've been switching bio Pally, Champ, Lord Knight. Planning to go back as Paladin, sacrifice build. Kaso red na kasi weapon ko sa Lord Knight is sayang. Yun na nga. Then I don't have a red weapon either. Sobrang lambot ng walang hiyang Whitesmith na yan. Exactly. Yun na nga eh. Yun yung pinaka-problem ng Whitesmith. Sobrang dali nilang mamatay. Idol, ano mga illusion MVP card mo? I have Osiris and kasi I really focus on the defensives, right? And Angeling. I don't have free Oni card. I think the others would go free Oni but I don't because I focus on defense and I don't want to die so I can deal more damage. In my opinion, I deal more damage when I don't die. Some people think they deal more damage with 15% more crit damage, but you know, in my opinion, I'll deal more damage if I go for not dying. That's just my opinion. Diba? Doesn't that make sense? You deal more damage if you don't die. Idol, is it okay? Good Paladin using Fierce Purporting card for chasing player? Yeah, I think this is just my opinion again. I think all job classes should be using Fierce Purporting card. Like all. Like Professor, even Wizard, Sniper. Lahat na naka-Fierce Purporting card. Pag sa Sacri Paladin Boss Chin, need pa rin ba ng PvE damage bonus? Thanks. Yes, those are like one of the few things that will increase sacrifice damage. Kaya nyo tank si Dracula? Nope. I got one shot by Dracula. He hits me for like 180,000 damage. Like normal attack or Grim Tooth, 180k. If PvP, what's your card sa weapon sa Paladin? Okay guys, I think I've already answered too many PvP questions. So as much as possible, I kind of want to hold off on PvP questions because of Tier Cup. So for anything PvP related, I would definitely make videos on those later on after Tier Cup. But while Tier Cup is still ongoing, I will have to minimize PvP details. And I did answer like PvP related questions already earlier, especially like the weapon cards, right? But yun nga, like as much as possible, as long as Tier Cup is still ongoing, I kind of have to hold off on PvP related details. What is the sweet spot for attack speed using self buff and no Sohi buffs? Planning to respec my Adi stats. For the exact Adi stats, I'm not sure. Attack speed, I think you can without Sohi and without the priest, maybe like 430. Without Sohi and without a priest, you without concentration potion, I think around like 430, 420, and then with those things, you probably still hit 500 attack speed. I think something like that. No, mga 420, 430 attack speed. And thank you, Montwi. You know, because you know the prize pool is too gigantic, and I don't want to lose out on $500,000 just because I gave away my PvP setup. Diba? Parang ganun. Na-try nyo na 2 orc baby kay Dracula. Di pa rin kaya? I don't think so. I don't think na kaya. I think Dracula deals shadow damage yata eh. If ever we might have to use pangalan nun? We might have to use Isis cards. Maybe. Good luck. Ayan. Thank you. Novaldo Mangala. Kailan po tayo magpi-PVP in real life? Gusto na kitang talunin sa only rice sa Mang Inasal. Pwede. Lilibre mo ba ako ng Mang Inasal? Palag ako dyan. Wait, palit pala. Ay, mali pala yung build ko dito kay Bligut. Hindi, okay lang. Doppelganger. Dalawa kami dito ni Bligut. What card for offhand PvE you use? Anything that has... Guys, for cards and all of that, like especially... These are basic questions, right? So, for these kinds of questions, I have it all on our Ultimate Sacrifice Paladin guide video. Just go for any card that gives you HP. Basically, any card gives you HP. Yo, where have you been? I've been around. Actually, I didn't go live recently because I wanted to test out a couple of things. That's why I haven't been going live. Pangat po ba stemward carb sa Paladin? I think okay then. I think stemworm is very strong PvE. I think stemworm cards are very strong PvE. Maganda ba sa Paladin Orc Hero? Orc Hero card? You mean like the Illusion Orc Hero card? It's alright. It's just that there aren't a lot of sources of stun right now, are there? Nasa Pinas ka ba, boss? Yes. What weapon would be suitable for Lion's Roar build? Crushed Naya. But back to Paladin na, boss. I've always been Paladin. Horn and Tharafrog good for PvP and Paladin. I personally go for... Why go for Horn and Thara when you can go for 2 Thara? Biochin surprised us. I know. I know. Boss, bakit naka-rider set ka sa armor for the attack speed? So I have like 500 attack speed. Otherwise, I'd go Goybine. This is just PvE. You know, I don't really need to be tanky in PvE, do I? So just for the total DPS, malayo eh. Like it's really gigantic DPS difference. Sana all 2 Thara. It's easy. Why don't you just go get a Tharafrog card? Paul Mod Long, it's so easy. Just get a Tharafrog card. You know, just get lucky. Just be lucky. Just decide to be lucky and decide to receive a Tharafrog card today. How much your Paladin DPS for PvE? Not very high. Like I don't really focus on PvE stats. Alright, let's go Dracula next. Yeah, I'm just going for Dracula so I can get another brooch that I can sell for 2,000 pesos. And then I will use the brooch to buy I'll use the brooch to buy myself tawag dito, bounty passes. What card do you use for PvP? I unfortunately will not be disclosing any PvP, like any further PvP. I already told you a lot of PvP details earlier, but until we finish the tier cup, I will try to withhold PvP details first. Chin and Chance, your... Wait lang, basahin natin. Medyo mahirap basahin yan. That kind of was all over the place. Put site here. Chin, what's your take on the upcoming tournament? Can PH win? I think PH is doing very well right now. Right now, the PH teams are topping the leaderboards. We have 2 PH teams in the top 3. Tenebris and I think this is what team is this? I don't know kung ano tong bobo. Ito yung yung kalaban namin kanina. This is Exodiac. Itong bobo, this is Exodiac. And then Tenebris is also a Philippine team. Wasakan naman is here sa amin, sila Fuji. We have lots of very competitive Philippine teams. Right? We have 3 teams in the top 5. Let that sink in. Diba? We have 3 teams in the top 5. Am I dead? And Osiris Proc. Run, Forest. Oh shucks, we didn't make it out. Bligot died too. Then I sit here and wait for my accessory. Yun yung technique, guys. Tap Dracula, sit on a tree. That's the technique. Oh shoot, he's screaming. Run, Forest. Ayun na si Bligut. I decided to get GFR. Wala eh. I would want GFR too. I just said I don't have it. Mga magkano kaya Mateers Leash 2 boss? I think they sell it for like 150 pesos. Wow, wet cyst. Biochem support not the meta anymore. Is it not? I just tested it out last night and I was MVP. Now we can start grinding. Do we go for Grand Cross? Should I go for Grand Cross? Para lang hindi hassle. Sa hassle. Wait lang. Should I go Grand Cross para hindi hassle sa hassle while we're killing Marduk? Because I'm going for Marduk. Or let's just do sacrifice, tamad to create like a preset. Wait, but na-disconnect yung live? There, ay nag-reconnect. Na-DC tayo for a while and then nag-reconnect ulit. Sorry for the momentary disconnection. Why use Brooch now, boss, for the attack speed? Useless na ba sa mga size cards sa weapon? Yep, I don't have any size cards on my weapon. I don't have size cards at all. While you guys were farming for Scale Worker, I was already going for my Thara Frog cards. While everyone was shooting for Scale Worker, I was going for my Thara Frog cards. Nasaan na yung isa? Tatlo na ba yun? Is that all of it? Is that all of it? Tatlo, diba? 1, 2, 3. Asawa ni Marie. Remove our side. 1, 2. Well, I guess it doesn't matter because we're running around anyway. Should probably just stay in place, no? Yan. I just like, nga, tumaas nga siya. Tumaas yung alin. Do you think we will switch Brooch to Golden Foot later in the game? I want to switch to Golden Foot Ring right now. But I don't have Golden Foot Ring. Not even later in the game. I want to go Golden Foot Ring right now. So yun, not later in the game. 5-on-5 ba yung tournament na yan, Chin? Qualified pa rin ba? Team nyo ni Little Fatty? I'm rooting for your team. Okay, so at the moment, we're kind of like not doing very well, but we're still in it, you know? I mean, we're still in the tournament. It's just that we're not doing too well, you know? Right now, we're in the top 30... We're in the top 36 right now. So they're gonna take the top 96. So right now, we're still kind of in the middle of the stack. It's not safe. You know, we're not safe. We could easily be kicked out, especially with the changing meta. Right? So with the changing meta, we could easily be kicked out down to like top 97 and then we're not in the tournament anymore. Diba? But you know, we're hanging on there kahit papano, but you know, we're not doing very well recently. We started off, we were like in what, top 12? We started off top 12 and then we dropped down to like top 20 and then now we're top 36. Diba? We're not doing very well. In CBT, we were like top 6. Diba? Parang ganun in CBT. But what do you think Just Knight get buff on Peko Peko? I think Paladin will get that same buff, I think. The move for the movement speed, the 40% movement speed, I think Paladin will get that too. What's the trick of getting so many purple card fragments to away? It's very easy. So you can get more purple cards. There are a couple of steps that you have to do. So step 1. First, you have to subscribe to our channel. Then step 2, you need to turn on that notification bell so you don't miss out on our new videos. And then step 3, just get lucky. Right? It's just get lucky. Just decide that you will get a purple card today. Watch me get a Marduk card today. While we're on live stream. What job do you use during Dimension Drill? Oh, I've been changing. You know, I've tried out Champ, I've tried out Cinex, I've tried out LK, tried out Paladin. You know, I've been changing. Boss, yun ang logic, bakit di ka naka-peko-peko? Oh, I put it in devotion. I put it in devotion. So, makita future updates pala, there are none. If ever this recent one like about the movement speed for Peko Peko is on Discord. Can you show your stat build? It's on... Where is it? Hen run... Let me link you the video then. Where is it? Why is it gone? Why is it not there? The ultimate sacrifice Paladin guide video. Oh, it's racking up some pretty decent views too. Nice. Nice. It's over here. You're welcome. So my god, Gloria Domini build anywhere? I think so, yeah. I think Gloria Domini is pretty good. You know, for certain comps, you kind of want Gloria Domini. You know, like these things really depend on your team comp. Have you tried Gloria Domini on Paladin in PvP? I heard it's good since you slow enemy more. Yeah, it's 40% slow. Gloria Domini is 40% slow, and depending on the level, it goes from like 60% to 100% chance to root, which is immobilized. So it's pretty good. Pretty decent, yeah. It's on like a 5-second cooldown also. Boss, baka may high priest build ka, pabulong? Unfortunately, I do not. I could probably make one in the future. I could still do like a bard build. I could do like a bard build with Baz's account. Could probably do like a high priest build also with either Pixty or Zach's account, like my teammates. I kept on dying from Zachary even with 2 Hunterfly. Time to go refine then. Or you have to increase your damage too, because Hunterfly scales with the damage that you deal. What armor card do you use for PvP? So as much as possible, I try not to disclose too much PvP details until the end of Tier Cup. Because this is worth $1 million prize pool. So I'm not about to give up $1 million just to reveal PvP stuff, right? So for GX user, thoughts mo on Marina card then win converter for PvP goods or na? I think it's a lot of damage loss, like a gigantic damage loss if you do that. Compared to if you were just going to run the usual Skellworker Hydra, I think it's a gigantic damage loss. High bows is prof good. It's the meta right now. It's one of the meta classes right now for PvP. And they're also planning to buff it for PvE. Refine and more HP. Refine, more HP, more damage percent. You know, try to increase your damage and then your lifesteal will increase as well. Right now we have no problems. If you can see, I'm losing 2k HP and healing back 2k HP with Sohi. Like my sacrifice damage is dealing 2k, damaging myself for 2k, and then Sohi lifesteal heals me back for another 2k. And then I heal another 27k from the Hunterfly. So basically have unlimited HP. There, if you can see here, we're healing for 2k, we're damaging ourselves for 2k, and then by chance, like my Hunterfly heals for another 27k. Ganun. Is that a weapon costume? No, it's just the default look. This is no riding build? I guess so. We're on devotion right now. Chin question lang, is it true? Nauubusin mo na MACT then offline grind, may chance makakuha ng card? Actually, I got my second Thara Frog card from offline mode. My second Thara Frog card was from offline mode. I-reveal mo naman sa amin ni Marian yung pag nagkita tayo. Sige, pwede. Si Bert pala to. Si Bert pala to, brother. Jogging tayo soon. Pag-usapan natin yan habang nagja-jogging. Let's do it on a Sunday or something. Pag-usapan natin yan. Or ito pala bro, actually na-enjoy din namin, alam mo kung ano? Night jogging. We tried running ng gabi. Para malamig, gano'n, presko, and then kain pagkatapos. Sobrang daming kain. And we tried doing that, night jogging. Where do I get more P reduc and M reduc? Medals, cards, there are like lots of sources to be honest. Mount traits, it's gonna take like a dedicated video to discuss like the sources of P reduc and M reduc. Total HP right now, without the battle chant buffs, it's 143k. With battle chant, it goes up to like 149. What level Hunterfly need? Right now, I have 2 1-stars. There, I have 2 1-star Hunterfly cards. I've subscribed since maybe I'm not lucky at all. That's why. See, you have to turn on that notification bell too. Did you do that? That's very important step to take. So you have to subscribe to the channel, turn on that notification bell. Your vid makes me want to transition to Paladin from Synex. Even if I got both Skellworker and Wolf card, I hate you. Don't hate me. And Synex right now is also very strong. It's one of the meta classes right now. Are you using Gobind? Nope. I'm using, Rider. I'm on Rider right now. Naging history na ang jogging dahil sa best game. Oh my God, brother. That's so true. Dahil sa laro na to, naging history na yung jogging. Hindi na rin kami nakatakbo dahil sa game na to be honest. So basically, if I want to boost my Hunterfly's lifesteal, I need to boost Patak. Here's the thing though. Mark Angelo Villanueva, Patak does not increase your sacrifice damage. You have to watch my Ultimate Sacrifice Paladin guide video. So check out my YouTube channel. As soon as you open my YouTube channel, it should be right there at the very top. It's the ultimate sacrifice paladin guide video. So I think you need to get the basics down first. Fundamentals. You need to get the fundamentals down first. Patak does not increase sacrifice damage. Do you recommend Orc Baby card for support utility? I personally would not for PvP. There are very limited sources of neutral damage right now in PvP. It's just sacrifice Paladin and Asura Strike. That's it. Chin Valdez, why weapon still not red? Because sacrifice Paladin does not benefit from red weapon. Too much. At most, sacrifice Paladin will benefit from red weapon only for the, I guess, slight increase of ignore PDEV, and the additional slot for the divine traits. So I decided to just have the red weapon on my girlfriend's account. Not on my account. Joke lang. And so this is my girlfriend's account. Ito si Bligut. She's currently a Lord Knight, but she's also been changing jobs. So Grimtooth is not neutral. Grimtooth takes the element of your weapon. So if you switch converters, then you can go Fire Grimtooth, Water Grimtooth, Wind Grimtooth, Poison Grimtooth, Earth Grimtooth. It's rarely ever neutral. Search in any advice about increasing damage for Paladin. I already have 149,000 HP, but damage still below 300k sa mobs. Same tayo more or less. You have to go for physical damage percent, then maybe you go for, okay, so I think for PvE, I think our crit card's still better for PvE. I actually don't know because I personally don't focus on PvE. But if you want to like increase damage some more, you probably have to go for something like best ones are definitely going to be the elemental cards, diba? So if I have like Vadon cards will be great for these Marduks. Those would significantly increase your sacrifice damage. Do you know any Sork streamer content creator I could watch? Thank you. The best one is going to be Xero. Xero. He's probably like the best mage content creator right now. Xero. Xero. What card to hunt next if I got Hydra and Skull Worker? For what job? Like what job are you on? Squidget 2 or 1 Squidget Freoni? I would go for 2 Squidget. How about Sonic Blow, Auto Proc? Is that also converted? It's also converted, yes. One more question. Converters work with Sacri? Nope. It's forced neutral damage. There we go. It's forced neutral P damage. Tak, tak, tak. Wait, and then for my girlfriend's account, I also have to do her dailies. I mean her grinding. So sa kanya naman, I'm grinding for... Maybe I should just grind for Marduk also. Or for more Hydra and Skull Worker. I don't know. I already have like 1 star on this anyway. Maybe I go for another Skull Worker Hydra. Just for the giggles. Yeah, I'd probably go Skull Worker Hydra. For the giggles. You know, maybe I want to like increase the... Boss, kailan mo upload Bard video? Ayun nga, soon. I think next video should probably be... yun nga yung... I think that my next video should be the Feather Guide. Diba? Why are you on converters? Well, I don't have to. Still dealing the same damage without the converter. Is it necessary to buy Orc Baby right now? Right, in my opinion, no. In my opinion, it's not necessary right now. Hey, I'm a whitesmith right now. Oh, very unfortunate. I wanted to try our Paladin Sacri, but I only have plus 13 weapon. That's pretty decent. Plus 12 is the bare minimum. Plus 12 is the bare minimum for Sacrifice Paladin. I tried Sacrifice Paladin without plus 12. And it makes the world of a difference. Search in, worth it kaya mag-switch to Paladin from Bio kahit may Hydra and Skull Worker na ako? Di ba sayang progress kung more on Patak and DPS ang build ko? Gusto ko kasi mag-Paladin. this is just my opinion also. If you have skill worker in Hydra, it's not worth to go Paladin in my opinion. That's what I told my girlfriend also. My girlfriend has skill worker, Hydra, Tara. And I'm like, she says she wants something tanky that deals damage. Paladin would be the go, diba? But I'm like, sayang yung skill worker Hydra. Just go Lord Knight. Diba yan? So ngayon, Lord Knight siya. So gamit ko ngayon yung account niya dito. It's on my laptop. Na ipag-grind ko din ng siguro additional skill worker Hydra para lang nakakatawa. Or pag-grindin ko rin siya ng Marduk. Maybe let's do Marduk also. Or parang gusto ko na ituloy yung sa Tara Frog para may double Tara Frog na siya. PT niya? Hindi, mataas na rin pala yung PT niya. Let's just go Tara Frog. I'll do Tara Frog for her account. She already has one Tara Frog, but I'll get her second one. Okay lang guys, just setting it up. Medium. What if I get like a second skill worker? Wouldn't that be hilarious? PvE medium? Ba't siya naka-demon dito? Is that like just in general? Let's kill these Tara Frogs. I just go Lion's Roar on this thing. So I remove everything and just go Lion's Roar. Lion's Roar will one-shot these guys without a problem. I'm just setting up. Hindi ko kasi tansyado yung range ng Lion's Roar. I have to move it a bit here. There we go. Now we got it. Now we're getting somewhere. Yeah, farming Tara Frog on my girlfriend's account. Okay, there we go. What's your pity on Marduk? Wait, let me check. I'm on 60% right now. I'm plus 15 fist now, but I'm just waiting for the buff patch so the plus 15 flash effect doesn't rock as much. Exactly. You know what? In my opinion, Champ is very strong class. People just don't know how to use it. And people underestimate the champion that's just my opinion. Because when I use Champ, especially in the public lobbies, I'm always MVP. Always. They can't kill me. I get a guaranteed kill every 10 seconds. Guaranteed. And I can still kill squishies with finger offensive. So I think it's a pretty strong class. Grabe, ba't naman unfortunate? Ganong kahina ba Whitesmith? No. We need Whitesmiths still to buff our Synexes. What card the best on armor in PvP? So I will try to hold off on PvP details till after tier cup. And just because it's like $1 million, right? Paano po magka-girlfriend para may taga-pilot ng alt ko? Ako nga nagpapilot ng account niya eh. Paano siya pa yung magpapilot ng alt mo? Ako nga yung nagpapilot nung sa kanya. Ito, ako nagpapilot ng account niya ngayon, no? Tingin mo yung girlfriend mo pa yung magpapilot ng alt mo. At most, yung girlfriend ko, magpapilot siya ng mga ganito. Yung mga ganyang mga special events, tsaka yung regular event yan, siya magpapilot ng mga ganyan. Pero ito yung mga ganyan, ako pa rin gumagawa. I'm from Bio, 5k plus patak. Switch to Paladin and I'm literally sacrificing my patak now. Exactly. Kaso may skull worker ako pero wala akong Hydra. Any recommendations LK build to go? Well, for TRs, you would go for Clashing Spiral. For TR, NT, it'd go Clashing Spiral. For every other mode, you would go Lion's Roar. PvP, Endless Tower, ano pa ba? That's about it. Yeah, a build guide for LK, I could make one, to be honest, because I'm already working on my girlfriend's LK. So as soon as I'm like, if I've mastered, because this is her first day as LK. So as soon as I've mastered LK, I could also work on an LK guide. How did you get your doppelganger card? Ano ulit? How did you get your doppelganger card? You have 2 purple cards on your face, dang. Got it from the guild auction. And guild events too. You get it from guild events, like the fragments. When you do Guild League and I think Imperium Overrun, you get fragments. And then you combine it to get the purple cards. 2 Tharas or Thara plus Horn? In my opinion, from what I've seen, never mind, not my opinion. You know, from what I've seen, 2 Thara is better. Maganda ba yung Deviling Puppet 2 sa Paladin? Of course. Boss, paano default yung weapon? You just go to your Divine Armament. Appearance, apply, reset. Skull Archer versus Squidget in terms of PvP, P damage versus crit damage, ano sa tingin mo mas better? Actually, I've seen a video made by, what's his name? There was a guy, Nerdy Ariel, I think was his name. He made a video on that, P damage versus crit damage. He actually showed that for PvP, P damage was better. Ang tanong naman kuya, kung may Thara, is it worth it ba na lumipat sa 2-hand? Parang nanginayang ako. Kahit isa pa lang eh. It depends. What job are you using? What server bro? We're on Frontera 5. Are you getting married soon? I hope so. If I win the tier cup, I'm definitely getting married soon. I want to get married ASAP. Bro, any ideas when NT Hell releases? From what I've heard, April 24. In-game? What's in-game? Back to Paladin in 5v5 too? Depends. I'm not okay, so here's the thing. I've been changing job based on my teammates' jobs also. Because my teammates are also changing job. So it really depends on what job class my teammates are using. Pag ba na-reach yung 100% bar ng card drop, boss automatic drop yun? Yes. Please teach the champ PvP ways. I'm being hunted down by Cine. You know what? Even back in CBT, those are my favorite. Back then, like, Cinex, Grimtooth couldn't keep up with my finger offensive. Because I was finger offensiving them for like 100k damage. I was hitting them for 90k. Like the lowest finger offensive that I would do on Cinex's back in CBT was like 50k. And I wasn't even running full damage. I was running pretty tanky champ. And then worst case scenario, just go Asura. Sinod ko yung build ni Dexwing C so far, enjoy ko naman. Pero parang gusto ko try Paladin. Dexwing C is one of the best merchant classes ever in every Ragnarok game. That's his favorite. Si Dexwing C. He's also a very strong PvP player. He's a very strong PvP player. Kaso wala akong Hunterfly. Hunterfly, you can just redeem from the shop. You get these for free every day. Then you can just redeem it from the shop. If not, you can also use your Monster Annihilation for it. Bro, any ideas when NT, yun nga, so from what I've heard, like April 24. True ba 3 times next week? I don't have the exact date, unfortunately. I got my second Thara at 96 pity. It is what it is. What's the best enchant from Sacrifice Jin? Superior Crit or Melee Boon? I actually have a like Ultimate Sacrifice Paladin guide video that kind of covers that. I personally use Superior Crit right now, but Melee Boon will give you more damage. Wala ka na lots of front 4. I've never been in front 4. Boss, good din ba yung Sacripally sa as free to play? I think so, yeah. You know what, right now, this is just my opinion, but right now, considering that everyone, like there's not a lot of spenders here, and even, okay, let's put it this way. We've beaten players who spent 200,000 for MVP cards. You know, we've beaten, okay, let's just say that we've been sparring against a team that has 10 MVP cards. We don't have a single one and we still beat them. Or well, we lose sometimes and then we win sometimes. That's kind of how it's been. That's how free-to-play friendly this game is. You don't really have to spend too much. You need, the most important here in this game is game knowledge. Not really on how much you spent on the game. So just to put you into perspective, like even the battle pass, the bounty passes that we've been buying here, we've beaten teams that have 10 MVP cards. Someone got a Dark Priest card in Frontera 5. Look, there are like 100 people who have Dark Priest cards in Frontera 5 right now. Like so many people have Dark Priest cards in Frontera 5. Sometimes you can even see it here in the trade. I've seen Dark Priest cards here. Like on auction. Sometimes it's over here. Sa TR may buff ba? They sold it for like 5 million, 6 million Zenny, I think. Sa TR may buff ba ang mga Paladin sa party members? Kahit anong build ang gamit or may specific build dapat para sa buff? GX here. Sa TR may buff ba ang mga Paladin sa party members kahit anong build ang gamit or may specific build dapat para sa buff? I'm not sure I understand your question. But they only have like one team buff that's beneficial for TR. I guess it's Battle Chant. Because Providence is defensive skill. You don't want that for TR. So Battle Chant. Please teach how you can counterpunch Cynics down when they invisible. I can only get one finger out before they continue to chunk me down and I have to snap away. I only got Skull Worker though, no Hydra. What if? Ichi pala to! Ichi, welcome back to the stream. What if instead of snapping out, what if you snap forwards? And then Asura Strike. Bro, ano meron sa 24? They said NT 16 to 20 was releasing on April 24 daw. Like my teammate said so. Okay pa ba Orc Baby? This is just my opinion. In my opinion, it's not too good right now. There aren't a lot of sources of neutral damage. So in my opinion, it's not good. It's alright, but it's just not, you know. Are you still maxing Sohi, the pet? Definitely. I'm shooting Sohi till tier 10. I want to max her up to tier 10. Tier 9 is crazy. This is the craziest skill, and in my opinion, like this is one of the craziest skills in the, like for all pets. Even better than these skills. This is just my opinion, okay? But even better than skills like these, I think this tier 9 skill is crazy. When your Sohi enters the battlefield, she freezes enemies within a 5.5 meter radius. Isn't that crazy? Imagine this. Imagine a champion or whoever. Let's say, or like, you're in PvP. Imagine this scenario. You're in PvP. You have Child of Earth on, and then you get Lex Eternal Lightning bolted to death. Then your Child of Earth dies. Your Sohi comes out, freezes the sorcerer and the priest that attacked you in PvP, reduces their physical and magic defense. Isn't that crazy? That's why, in my opinion, this is the most overpowered pet, in my opinion, compared to all pets that are available in the game. So he is the only one that has that. So he's the only pet that has that freezing thing. But, you know, again, that's just my opinion. Bro, do you think Gloria Domini is good in PvP? I think all competitive sacrifice paladins use that right now, I think. Choco na lang? Choco for cloak, you mean? Better just get garment cards that are HP percent. Like Choco and the other one, the Eclipse. Well, what's muffler cards are good if not Orc Baby? I actually have several muffler cards here that I switch around. I have Mars, I have Dustin. I think I have one Jack card that's missing. I don't know why it's missing, but I know I have one Jack card. Or probably not. So I have Mars and Dustiness. And Choco cards too. Which I have on right now, I think. Yeah, Choco cards and the Mars Dustiness Jack card. Like those. Then you can just switch around with the card presets. Boss, may tutorial ka ba sa Sacrifice Paladin na kaya achieve ng free-to-play? Of course! I have an Ultimate Sacrifice Paladin guide video on my channel. I actually have several Paladin guide videos on my channel. Yan, BSN 427. I tier 5 my Earth Lord lol. Thing is, there's no Earth Lord here. Maybe you mean Child of Earth? Earth Lord is from Global. Is there another way to get an Eclipse card? Eclipse card, you just get it from here. You can redeem it from the card shop using card frag. It's like it's the very first card in the card shop, and then you can get it from the card fragments, which you get every day. I think I'm just slow hands though. When they start hitting me and I'm ready, I just use Charge Attack and Asura, but I can die during the Asura even at lowest CT 0.04. This doesn't make it instant. Okay, here's the thing. Ichi, here's the thing. Champion, in my opinion, okay, again, this is just my opinion. I think Champion is the most mechanical class in the entire game. If you look at all the job classes here, I would say that Champion is the most mechanical and therefore the most difficult job class in the entire game. I would only really recommend Champion if you want the challenge. You know, if you play games like Mobile Legends, it's like the Fanny of Ragnarok Origin Classic. Like, it can be very strong in the right hands, but you know, to be real, it's the most mechanical class. Meaning you have to be very good mechanically, with your hands. Whether on mobile or on PC. I tried playing it on mobile and it's great. You know, it's still great on mobile. Should be better on PC though, but you know, it's very much doable on mobile. Because my girlfriend plays on mobile. She doesn't play on PC or on her laptop. She normally plays on her phone. Boss, may effect ba ignore defense of Sacrifice Paladin? Yep. And I think there are also several YouTubers who already covered that. Ignore defense works on sacrifice damage for PvP. Grabe, nasa 300 damage mo, 200k lang damage ko. Sa Marduk daw, siguro baka puro yellow pa din items ko. I think you just boost your HP for it. I've seen people hit 400, 500k damage already. There's lots of Paladin content creators who've reached 4,000. Because I don't really focus on damage. You know, I don't really focus on damage Paladin. I'm more of a frontline kind of Paladin. What is your stats and attack skill using right now? I'm using sacrifice damage, and for stats and all, I have a full dedicated sacrifice Paladin guide video. I also have a tank build guide video in Freed. So if you check out my channel, if you subscribe and turn on that notification bell, I have several Paladin guide videos. Maybe like someone here will also ask for a Grand Cross video. I also have a Grand Cross video. I love champ. Me too. Same. I also love using champ. Check this out. I even have my champ weapon over here. It's just that, you know, I've been switching job classes. Damn, I'm bad at Fanny though. I just need to get good. Yeah, champion really takes a lot of practice to be able to play decently. Do you think as a whitesmith, should I use Goiban set on PvP? I think most if not all classes should use Goiban on PvP. Back in Global, everyone was using Goiban. Back in Global. Paladin main ka ba, boss? Nakalaban ka namin kagabi, naka-biochem ka. I'm a Paladin main. Last night was my first biochem. So are you with God of War? Tama ba? Shano GTV? We played against God of War last night. Are you with them? Here, and this was my very first biochemist game in Guild League. Daming biochem din dito. There's a lot of biochems here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, just 4. But you know, the 4 biochems are in the top 10. Top 2, 3, 6, and 7. Sa amin, it's me and Duar. 1, 2, 3, Sabi. 4, Dark Soul. Oh, same! We also have 4 biochems. Same time. Yeah, what's up, Shano GTV? We also have 4 biochem. Same pala tayo. This was my first biochem, my first biochem guild league. Because previously, I was Paladin still. And then biochem na rin pala. I was also biochem against Spider. When was that? Was that Saturday? Oh no, I've been using biochem. So I did biochem pala 3 times na. And I did biochem 3 times for 3 guild leagues already. And kasi the other one, I was still Paladin. I did 3 biochem runs na pala. Max Baphomet or low level Sohi? Max Baphomet or low level Sohi? Why not both? Pati pala si Duar nakabayo, di na siya nagdodoram. I'm not sure. I think nagdodoram pa rin siya, but I think he's like focusing on biochem. Bibe Max sa Dimension Drill. Sorry, I don't really remember my Dimension Drill runs. What team are you on? Like, what's the name of your team? Shano GTV for your Dimension Drill team. Chin, what's your build on biochem yesterday on Guilty? I was running Magic Biochem. Different question now. Champ PvE. Should I use gloves for decks or stick to Nile Rose? In my opinion, Nile Rose. You would still get more damage from Nile Rose compared to pumping dexterity for finger offensive. It's not a lot of damage. Wait, let's check that just to be sure. Baka mamaya I'm spitting out like nonsense. Nile Rose gives you Patak plus 4 for every points of strength, and then Glove gives you... Ito ba yun? Or is it like the lower level one? Ito ba yun? Wala. Not even close. You gain more Patak from Nile Rose. It's plus 4 for every 10 points of strength. Then you also get Patak plus 20. Ano ba yung sa Glove? You get a lot less stats from Glove, don't you? You get less stats from Glove. So I don't think there's any reason to go for Glove. Diba? There's none. Kasi at plus 10, which you should be on right now, you get a lot more stats. It's not even close. Diba? Is the difference significant? I would say so, yes. It would scale. But po ang sakit ng Paladin sa scrims. the only paladins that we actually have trouble winning against are the ones with MVP cards. So I don't know. Like, you know, for our team, the only paladins that we have trouble with are the ones with MVP cards. What to get 2-slot accessory? For Paladin, I would go for Golden Foot Ring. For Priest, better Golden Foot or Angeling? And I think Angelic Ring would be better, maybe. Is it true that elemental cards work on sacrifice? It does. Is it that difference significant? It is. It's pretty strong damage increase if you use elemental damage cards. Ano build sa LK boss okay sa PvP? Okay, so this is just my opinion, but for LK builds, in my opinion, for PvP, the best one is Lion's Roar. But again, that's just my opinion. Lion's Roar, I think for every mode except for TR. For TR, you go Clashing Spiral. Also for NP, Clashing Spiral. But for every other game mode, Endless Tower, and all PvP modes, I would go Lion's Roar. Boss, current job ko is High Priest. Makakahabal ba ako if mag-switch ako sa Sacrifice Paladin? I think so, yeah. I don't think it's like too different of build. Support ba yung Magic Bio? Well, yeah, I guess so, yeah. It's like a hybrid. You know, like Magic Bio is pretty hybrid-y. Because it has a heal, it has supportive capabilities, still deals pretty decent damage. Two-handed Lion's Roar, two-handed. Two-handed Lion's Roar with Krasnaya. Because you can parry magic with Krasnaya. So that's pretty crazy. You check mo nga right. I'm using Krasnaya right now. You know what? Maybe it might be better to go Sword and Shield for PvP. And not go Krasnaya. Hindi, Lion's Roar damage malaki. It's 20% Lion's Roar damage. So that's kind of non-negligible, is it? If you, hindi, ganito, if, parang, actually, you just gave me an idea. I could probably go Sword and Shield Lion's Roar. No? I should probably go Lion's Roar, Excalibur, and what shield is good? You know what? You're right. I would probably go Excalibur and Bulk Shield or something. You're right. For PvP, I think that might be better. You're absolutely right. Thank you so much for the idea, though. You're correct. I'll do that then. I'll do that. So for PvP, maybe I go something like that. How do you counter Prof as Paladin? Kainis yung debuff nila. Which debuff in particular? Is it Dispel? Good morning, Chin. When Royal Guard comes, does it still play Sacrifice or not? Royal Guard won't come to Ragnarok Origin Classic. Boss Chin, would you go 2 elemental cards on Sacrifice or 1 Hunterfly 1 element? I would go for 2 elemental damage cards on Sacrifice if I have a Bard or a Priest with me. For more tankiness, yes. J. Calcitores, yes. For more tankiness, you're absolutely right. I would probably go Sword and Shield. But Sword and Shield for more survivability, just like in Global, exactly. Boss, balik ako. Watch ko lang muna mga upload videos mo regarding sa mga Sacrifice Paladin. Do it. This is why we need the updated Chin Champ build. Other champ guides focusing on all decks for PvE. Para sa akin, it's not a lot of damage. Every 10 dexterity increases finger offensive damage by 2%. Diba parang ganon? Kasi I tried that back then, I was getting more damage from pumping strength. I don't know. I could be wrong, but when I was When I tried it out, I tried going 99 strength and 99 strength, 1 dexterity, and then 99 dexterity and 1 strength. I was getting more damage from pumping all strength. May napanood ako na gumagamit ng Gloria Domini. Do you think it's worth it? I think a lot of paladins right now are using Gloria Domini for the slow and the immobilize. It's great for PvP. Searchin, paano po mataas yung overall damage ng Sakri ko? 258 with squid lang, highest ko without other job buffs. I think you have to increase like physical damage percent, also increase your enchants. You know, it's not just the cards, right? Like a lot of it really comes from like just the totality of it. Ilan po HP nyo ngayon? Right now, it's at 143. You could like pop like a battle chant. You know, like to increase it some more. So it goes up to like 149 or something after a few seconds. Oh, unfortunate. We got the holy attack. We got the patak. Both of which don't work on sacrifice. Let's go PvP. Oh, let's go Mixue! Actually, how do I pronounce that? I've never figured out how to pronounce that. Is it Mixue or Mixu? Like even back in Global, this is my sparring partner right here. But I've never figured out how to pronounce it. If it was Mixue or Mixu. All stats plus 5. All stats plus 5 brings us up to 144. And then with the battle chant on HP percent, I think it goes up to like 149 to 150. Gumagana ba Sign Rider sa Sacrifice? Nope. If nakadalawang GFR na, anong mga i-adjust na stats and Rider suit pa rin ba yung gamitin mo? I would assume yes. I'll try that later. I can't test it out myself because I don't have GFR. But I would probably still run Rider. I'll try that later. Going all strength and 1 dex and then comparing more reset testing. Exactly. It's just 10,000 Zenny, right? Ano na tier ng mga feathers, boss? Right now, I'm at like tier 4 and 3. Okay, sir. Salamat. 128k lang HP ko ngayon. Need ko ba ng strength sa feathers? Strength does not increase sacrifice damage. Do you buy illusion development pack in card shop every week? I should. But I haven't been. But I probably should. But I haven't been. But I probably should. Interesting. I probably should. Kasi these awakening these cards are pretty huge too. What do these do? What does this do if awakened? Max HP 2%. Damage reduction 5%. That's pretty crazy, isn't it? Ignoring size increases by 3. M damage 1.5%. Damage reduction 3% for both P damage and M damage. See, these are pretty crazy awakenings. There's additional P damage, so it goes up to 12%. There's additional movement speed 5%. See, these are pretty crazy awakenings. HP plus 2%. M damage 3%. Crit damage 2%. Yeah, I should probably get these. I'll decide at the end of this week if I should get it, but I think I should probably get it. I think in the long run, in the short term, no, it's probably not worth it. But in the long term, it's pretty crazy, isn't it? Interesting. It's actually a pretty good idea. That's actually a pretty good idea. But thinking to get second MVP illusion first and same, I already have 2. But I still want my third one. High HP or high P damage reduction percent for High Priest. Why not both? You kind of want like like when it comes to these stats, you want to kind of want to go for like a decent balance. For GX Feather, should I put Defense Feather too or just go full Glass Cannon? For Assassins, I think you should go full Glass Cannon. In my opinion, like Assassins with no damage are pretty useless. You kind of want to go full damage on Assassins. On Assassins and Snipers, you kind of want to go full damage. Ano build mo sa Biochem is load sa PvP in type? Yep, I went Magic Biochem. It was a PvE technique. I personally went for Vit Boost. Are you talking about armor? I think that's the only one with Vit Boost and PvE technique. So in which case, I personally went for Vit Boost. You know, just for the additional HP and survivability. Are you maxing out 500 attack speed or just pump HP? I have 500 attack speed. I think I go like 550. There with Lucid Dream, it goes up to 500. I think you can max out to 500 attack speed at around 430 base. Pre-Lucid Dream. Because Zoe is buffing me up, right, with Lucid Dream. So I think it gets we still get up to 500 from 430. Hey boss, is it better to go no Peko? I think it's more of like a preference. You know, it depends on your build. Create a best illusion MVP card. It depends. Like it really depends on your role on the team. And there are many factors to decide on kasi for Illusion MVP card. Can you see your feathers build, bro? I'm sorry, I cannot. So like specifically for feather setup, I think feather setups are too crucial for the PvP setup, so I can't really show until the end of the tier. So like PvP related details, I will keep to a minimum. So feathers are very crucial, like to the performance of these job classes. So I can't show my feathers. Hello daw, sabi na GF ko, her name is Shari. She's your friend daw. We both playing now in Frontera 6. Really? I'm currently a priest. If I want to change to a DPS, do you think in the long run, Paladin will be a good option since I'm thinking not many jobs use shield and I already put some resources on shield? I think so, yeah. I think right now it's very easy to change job classes. So if I'm a Paladin right now, but if I wanted to go Cynics, I could. If I wanted to go Sniper, I could. And I already have complete enchants for those. So it's very easy to switch job classes. If I wanted to go Wizard, I also could. If I wanted to go Sorcerer, Professor, I also could. You know, it's very easy to switch between job classes in ROC. Does Sacrifice Paladin use Minocard or Skull Worker? Actually, since Minotaur and Skull Worker cards affect size damage, it actually states here that size-based and race-based damage modifiers do not apply to sacrifice damage. So it says it right here. And we actually also talk about it in my Ultimate Sacrifice Paladin guide video. So those are here on my YouTube channel. Let's go have some fun, Chin. I'm surprised we in same story. Yeah, me too. I'm so happy that you're here. But bro, like right now, I don't have PvP setup right now. This is just for PvE right now. Like with devotion and all that. I don't have a PvP setup. This from it just says Biochem PvP, right? But it's not exactly like, see, like I have different builds here. Devotion, Grand Cross, Champ Narok, Experiment, Sacrifice, Skirmisher, Biochem. So I've been switching job classes, so I don't have like a PvP setup right now. I have to like set it up later before Dimension Drill. Arc Hero Illusion is bonker even if you awaken it on level 5. Wait, what happens to it on level 5? Arc Hero Illusion. Oh yeah, SP damage reduct plus 5%, right? It's pretty crazy. Oh, I see. I respect that. How about mount equip broken? I see. You know what? For these mount equips and all of these things, it's all on my video. You know, like enchants. You might want to see stats too, right? You know, like stats and skills, and you know, like all of it is in my video. Like I have an ultimate sacrifice paladin guide video. You might want to see mount traits. You might want to see medals. You might want to see like all of these things. It's all in my ultimate sacrifice paladin guide video. It's already here on my channel, so as soon as you open it, like you open my profile, it should be right there on top. What is a good PvP weapon card for sacrifice? So same thing for PvP details. As much as possible, I will try to minimize, you know, because of the tier cup. So if I reveal such things, it could jeopardize like $1 million US, right? So I'm not gonna give up like 500,000 US just to be able to give out like PvP details. Don't know how you get 450 to 500 attack speed. I'm still at 390 and 410. It's probably Sohi. Like Sohi is helping out a lot too. Like she buffs up a lot of attack speed. Potion Choco or Eclipse card? Eclipse for PvE, Choco for PvP, something like that, I think. Ano mas better na card combo, sir? Double squid, one skill soldier. I would go double Vadon, double Mandragora. What about, how's none of the above? Neru and TL. For PvE lang, di ako masyado PvP. Yeah, exactly. So I would probably go double Mandragora, double Vadon, double Drain Lair. Did necklace accessory good for sacrifice? It's decent. It's not the best. I'll be waiting for that ultimate LK guide video. Oh, that's interesting. I could work on that soon. As soon as I master working on my girlfriend's LK, we would probably do like an ultimate LK guide video. What should Soy tier be to achieve 500 attack speed? I was already achieving it at tier 0. I was hitting 500 attack speed at tier 0. So right now, I can afford to drop my agility down because of it. But you know, I had it at like what, 99 before or something. But now I can afford to drop it down to like 57 agility. Should we start calling Little Fatty to Little Buddha? Probably. Ilan na ba HP percent nyo? My HP percent right now is 125%. Why did they not buff the Dagger Cynics? I think it's very strong. Like Dagger Cynics is very, very strong in PvETR. Wait na ba tong Sasaki yun? It does. Is it faster to get pity in blue card than purple card? Yep, it is. In tier cup, bro, what job did you use and why? Several. I've been changing job classes. I've done champ, LK, biochem, paladin. Kasi ngayon naka-double hunter fly lang ako. Well, I'm also using double hunter fly right now so we don't die. Ayan. I'm also on double hunter fly right now. Antayin ko yung LK guide mo. Ayan, yan. Let's go, let's go. Anong level ng enchants mo? Right now, this is level 22. Level 17. This one's at 29. 29, 26, 20. Mostly at the 20s. 25s, I guess. This one's 30. This one's 18, this one. So, lowest is 18, highest was 30. Waiting for the ultimate tank build tutorial. Oh, it's already up. You're a little too late, Lucky Lester. I already have my tank paladin video. What skill did they use in Double Dagger Cynics? It was like the poison thing. Sorry Chin, I don't know if you replied to this comment already. I was doing something, 2 Hydra, 1 skill or 1 Freoni, 1 Hydra, 1 skill for PvP Cynics. So as I was saying, you know, like for PvP details, I cannot really disclose PvP details first for any job class because I might be facing you in the tier cup and we might be fighting for $500,000 US, right? So as much as possible, I will try to minimize like PvP details. So if you're using double hunter fly, you're losing damage like Skull Worker and Hydra, correct? Well, the thing is, Skull Worker and Hydra does not work on sacrifice damage. So it's actually stated here on the skill itself. Size-based, aka Skull Worker, and race-based, aka Hydra, does not work on sacrifice damage. Does not apply to sacrifice damage. So it actually says it there. Ano yung costume ng weapon? No, this is just the default one. No costume. Boss, malakas ba auto attack knight? Nope, it's very weak. May ambag rin po ba ang feather sa HP percentage? Well, not HP percent. It increases flat HP. I just saw your scrim against Dylan. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, your job is biochem, so in tier cup you stick biochem or paladin. Well, I've been changing. I have several scrims. I don't know if you also saw my video against Dylan where I'm also paladin. So we've been testing, you know, scrims are for testing, right? So we've been testing out different jobs. Is it confirmed that we're getting TON hell on the 24th? That's what I've heard too. 2 Hunter Fly can stack. Yep, it actually also says it on the card as well. For Paladin weapon card in PvE scenario, which one better? Hunter Fly, Fabre, do you think? Well, you'll get more damage from Fabric cards but more survivability from Hunter Fly. So they do different things. Elemental lang pala nagpatong now, I see. Yep. Best accessory for Cynics in PvP. As much as possible, I'll try to hold off on PvP information because of the tier cup. But after tier cup, we'll talk about all the PvP that you want. What's your server server? We're on Frontera 5. Basilip HP, right now we have 143,000 HP. What's up, Mikey? Ano, kamusta ang ating mga guild leagues? Ay, nagpo-push ba kayo ng Dimension Drill? Mikey, are you pushing Dimension Drill? I have Osiris card. What can I replace after dismantling it for my Sacripali? There's a lot. To be honest, you know what? There are a lot. There's way too many to mention. I think it's better if you just watch my Ultimate Sacrifice Paladin guide video. Mas malakas pa rin sa LK. They have different play styles, so it really depends on the team comp and the matchup. Some matchups LK is stronger, some matchups Paladin is stronger. It really depends. Bare minimum crit for PvP, search-in. For PvP, bare minimum, as much as possible, I try to withhold PvP details until after tier cup. So after tier cup, I will tell you all the PvP information you need. But before tier cup, I kind of have to withhold like some information. Nagpo-push. Kamusta? Ano pangalan ng team nyo, Mikey? And kamusta yung rankings natin? Kamusta yung rankings, yung sa rankings natin? Are we making it to tier cup? Nag-stack ba yung dalawang stem worm card? Yep. Bro, you don't play champ anymore? I do. I just played champ the other day. When was that? I think I played champ nung Friday? Parang ganon. GTB, you can get instead of Osiris, bro. Ayan, sabi ni Cultivator from afar. Bro, did you use Squidget card? And I don't have Squidget cards. When is tier cup? It's ongoing right now. Why no Peko Peko search-in? Oh, this is Devotion Paladin. Yeah, I have Devotion on. Do you use 2 brooch or 1 golden foot ring or 1 brooch for Paladin? I'm using 2 brooch. Tier is starting already, bro. Every dimension drill ranking is a qualification to go tier cup if I remember correctly. Yep. So tier cup is already ongoing. It's been running since day 1. So like first 2 weeks was warm up and then now we're in the ranked stages. I missed the champ stream. Oh, I haven't streamed champ. I didn't stream while I was playing champ. Pasilip ako auto skill, bro. So for auto skills, it's very, you know what, guys, like for skills in general and not just for Paladin, but when it comes to like the auto skills, you can actually figure it out if you have a decent understanding of what the skills actually do. So like if you know like what the skills do, you would actually already know like what to put in auto. So to do that, you kind of have to understand the class itself. And to understand the class itself, you have to watch my Ultimate Sacrifice Paladin guide video. And actually like set it up there too, like the auto skills. Same, gold 2 din kami, Mikey. Baka magkita-kits tayo. Ay, hindi pala. I think we already hit like plat, I think. Wait, check na natin. Hindi, ano na kami, plat 1 pala kami. Plat 1, 0 star. For champion job class, what's the priority? Patak or P damage percent? Oh, you can't go one without the other. You have to have a decent balance of both P attack and P damage percent. You can't go one without the other. Like for most job classes, it's the same thing. It has to be like a decent balance. Sir, good day, pwede pa check stats tapos crit mo, thank you. Unless pala sa Sacred Pally ang Edga Puppet 2. Wait, di ko naman Search and why is Paladin in anime so weak? Rowan got squashed by LK named Kyo. That's not what I remember. From what I remember, he used Grand Cross on Kyo and Kyo ran away. It's all actually on my video. It's actually on my Grand Cross video. That's like the starting clip I have. Rowan used Grand Cross, Kyo ran away. All goods po ba yung common cards of Paladin? It's pretty decent. How about best PV accessories and card for Synex? I think stem worm cards are the best ones right now for all PvE classes, not just Synex. Like it's very strong right now for PvE. Pag ba sa LK sword and shields, 30 strike ba yung gamit or line? To be honest, I don't have the actual testing for that, but it's very, very interesting to go sword and shield for PvP. Diba? Right now, I'm using two-hand sword, but you know, it might be better to go sword and shield. Yufa is a traitor. Sir, nagmamatter ba physical? Naging parang dark siya, diba? Naging parang dark priest si Yufa sa dulo. Sir, nagmamatter ba physical damage ng Sacri or HP talaga? Physical damage percent affects sacrifice damage, not just HP. I should probably make a video about that. No, yung how can you increase your sacrifice damage? I should probably do a video about that. Maybe next time. Gawa ko ng ganung video. How to increase sacrifice damage. I'm looking for a house. Tier 1. Where is it? Wala sa na. Okay. Hindi kahit sa tier ano? Ito gold 2 na to eh. Uy, Negitro. Negitro is also pretty strong guild. Well, Mikey, maaga pa naman and you know, a lot of things can still happen, diba? And the meta is shifting. Nagsha-shift naman yung meta eh. So, a lot of things can happen still. It's still a pretty long way till the end of rank season. Pwede makita yung medals mo, sir. It's already on my video, Lucky Lester. So you just check it out on my channel. It's the Ultimate Sacrifice Paladin Guide video. For Paladin, Squidget, Pet, or Kitten Oracle. I use Sohi. So Jerome Plays, you can also check out my Ultimate Sacrifice Paladin Guide video. Sana makabasok din kami sa top 96. Oy, parang Dexming, ano yung team nyo? What's your team name? At saka ano yung current rank? Kailan Tears Cup? It's already ongoing, Mino. Bakit Stemworm po malakas na accessory card? Level 1 lang naman na red cut maproc? I don't know, sabi lang, kasi it's for PvE and I don't really study PvE, but from what I've heard from people who've studied it, Stemworm daw eh. Even for Paladin nga daw eh. If you're like a Paladin that focuses on PvE, Stemworm daw is still decent DPS daw. From what I've heard. Oh, wait lang. Maybe you can put a banner overlay so people can stop asking the PvP setup questions. No, I want them to ask for it because it's engagement. If I put a banner on it, then they won't comment and then it will be less engagement and then it will be less algorithm for our stream. So I kind of want them to ask it. Like I don't really stop them from asking for it. How is it going? Who are the players? How is it ongoing? Who are there? Several. Thousands of players already fighting so far. EGGU top 74. Ayan na, pasok pa. Malas sa game mode. Puro, yan yung pinakaayaw namin. Same. Sobrang malas din namin sa game modes. Puro MVP din nakukuha namin. we hate that map so much. And it's so RNG. Sobrang RNG kasi nung MVP map. Try natin, Egu. Ayan, Egu. Front 6 pala kayo? Wait, gusto nyo mag-scrim? Brother, scrim kaya tayo? Scrim tayo mamaya. Mamayang gabi. How's that? Kung free kayo tonight, bro, let's scrim. Hirap mag-stem worm sa ating Paladin, wala tayo patak. Yun na nga eh. Pero sabi nung guildmaster ko, nung CBT, he was running stem worm on Paladin. And it still increased his DPS stem worm. And because of that, it's hard to snap it since day one. Many people hyping it up for AA builds exactly. Champ is in a good spot right now or nerf. It's actually getting buffed. Auto-proc ng stem worm ko 300k sa PvP. Yun na nga eh, malakas nga daw yung stem worm eh, from what I've heard. Hello Sir Chin, do you think the game gonna slow down significantly after Tier Cup? Depends, cause they probably have Odin Cup after. Diba? They most likely have Odin Cup after. May padila pa yung alin. I'd run Swift Mantis more than Stemworm as Paladin. In your opinion, which one is more important, bro? P damage percent or crit damage percent in Paladin Sacri? There was a guy who did a video on that. Si Nerdy Ariel. He compared P damage percent versus crit damage percent. In his testing for PvP, it actually came out that P damage percent was dealing more damage than crit damage percent. Business is business, Sir Chin. Exactly. They need to remove the MVP, lol. Sobrang You know what? In my opinion, if they wanted like a fair tournament, like a fair tier cup, in my opinion, they should just limit how many matches players can play. Because right now, the players, they're playing several games. Look at this. It's 37 games, 33 games, and then 34. You know, they're playing so many games. Oh, sila Joey pala to. This is our guys. They're playing so many games. I think if they really want like a fair tournament kind of thing, they have to limit that, like maybe limit it to 10 games per DD. Because sometimes some players get like what, 14, 15 matches? How is that fair? Diba? It's so RNG. So it's like saying it's not skill based anymore. It depends on how many MVP maps you get. If you get all MVP maps, then you lose. You're just not gonna rank high. Diba? It's so RNG. Pwede no, sked natin yan brother no. Ano tayo? Scrim tayo. Oh, kahit mahina ka lang natatalo kami gawa ng you know that MVP map is so RNG. Know that content creator life hacks, no choice for Chin POV during guild stuff. Even if it's just pre-recorded stuff, I just want to see Battlefield from a frontline POV. Yeah, mismo, malakas. If you want to see, like I'm on Fatty's team right now, so when he live streams, you can see me fighting alongside him. His champion will be buff after the test. Supposedly, they already announced it. Alam nyo kung kailan nagkakaroon slots sa Frontera? No, we're also waiting on slots. Ay sir, bago lang kasi ako. No, anong pros and cons ng LK versus Paladin damage-wise po? Well, LK has AoE. He has group like AoE damage. Paladin is single target damage. Anyone can join, everyone can join. Boss Chin, napapalitan ba Benind sa Joymaker login? CP number ko kasi I have never tried. I just log in through Gmail. I still don't understand how to mix and match feathers for Paladin. Can you show what you use right now? Well, I can't show what I use right now. Wait, Art of... it's probably a different Art of Blow from ROO Global. Well, I could probably make like a dedicated video for it. Like, and when it comes to... I get that question. That's probably the most frequently asked question I get. it's about feather. So I can probably like just create a video about it. Can you show how to do the battle chant bug? It doesn't work anymore. Paano mag-report ng players loads? Kasi may nakalaban kami, mga Chinese na mamatay na lang kami bigla at halos hindi namin mapatay. Geared naman kami. You can report them like in Discord, but I don't think that's enough. I don't think that's enough info though. You kind of need more proof. Searchin, I heard an issue in Dynasty Guild that members who are not pushing in Tier Cup can't bid on puppet cards. Is that true? That's not true. We actually even have an announcement about it that the top performers, not just for Tier Cup, but even for Guild League, for Guild League and Imperium Overrun, just for the guild events, they have prio over feathers. And it's even in the Dynasty announcements. So I guess those are just rumors, like what you just heard. Parang yung magiging Makate after the buff sniper sa pakiramdam ko because of the element changes. Why no changes in Paladin upcoming patch? I think they're just really trying to not let PALLYNAROK happen again because that was pretty traumatizing from back in global. Champ will be buffed. The spirit will be 100% not consumed after FO. Yep, and that's going to be an like very, very significant DPS increase. I've been watching Fatty stream for your Guild Wars, but it's really commander level and to be honest, not that interesting as too many things he's focusing on. No offense to him, it's just hard to watch and enjoy. But that's how competitive Guild League is. That's how you get to the top ranks though. Diba? I mean, that's how Guild League is done. That's probably like the best Guild League perspective we can have. And shoutout sa tropa nating si Kevin Vidalio. What's up, brother? I would assume you're in Frontera 6. Are you in Frontera 6, bro? What's up, brother? It's been a long time. I think been 3 years, man. Are you in Frontera 6? I'm right now I'm in Front 5, but I would assume since most Filipinos are in Front 6. The Filipino community is in Front 6 mostly, and Front 5 and 6, I guess. But shout out to our brother Kevin Vidalio. Welcome to our live stream, bro. Yes, it's me, Art of Blow from ROO Global. Damn, you still remember me? Of course, you were one of the strong paladins there. Wait, what was the name of the YouTuber who was piloting your account? Art of Blow from Mana? Is that you? Art of Blow, as in Art of Blow from Mana? Ano, naglalaro ka na ba? Pakis ka dyan. Naglalaro ka na ba? ROO Classic? Rematch with Dylan Pros. We've been losing to them ever since afterwards. I mean we lost to them in the show match and we lost to them in Dimension Drill 2. Can you show your build? Right now I'm just using Devotion. I'm on Devotion build right now. Hi Chin, to be honest, which PvP best build for LK instead of clashing PvE? I would think maybe Lion's Roar. Yes bro, Prawn 6 actually inaaya ako ng tropa dyan sa Prawn 5. Prawn 6 na rin kasi ako dati pa kumbaga dito na dapat yun na nga exactly. Actually, alam nyo guys, Kevin and Art of Blow, Art of Blow, I remember of course from Mana back in RO Global. And Kevin also his friend from all the way from 3 years ago. I was not supposed to play ROO Classic because I don't want to play ROO anymore. Ragnarok. I was really just invited because of this tier cup. And I saw $1 million prize pool. Let's do it. Let's do it. That's my account, bro. Someone used it for live stream. Yeah. What was the name of the YouTuber? Art of Blow. Because you know what? I remember back then, I remember seeing your Paladin hitting the hardest sacrifice damage, Martyr's Reckoning damage. That's why I couldn't forget. One of the stronger sacrifice damages I could see back then was yours. Art of Blow. That's why I wouldn't forget. It's all caps Art of Blow from Mana. How to see you soon on DD. What's your team? Like, what team are you on? Like, maybe we see each other in DD tonight. What's your team name? Di ko nga na-introhan. BC, sayang. Ang daming pera dito, lumot. Alam mo ba yung ganito? This is... Nabebenta to 3,000 pesos each. Like the 2 slotted accessories, they're selling for 3,000 pesos each. Wait lang, check na. Speaking of, I'm supposed to be going for Doppel 30 minutes pa. Okay lang, maybe I'll get it later. Doppel and Dracula. I'm about to end live stream na rin in a bit. Wait, sir, ano highest niya? Back then, Art of Blow was, that was back in global. I don't know here in RO Classic, but back in global, he was one of the stronger paladins back then. The things you do for money, that's true. And I mean, it's $1 million, diba? So why not? Can we try 1v1 Saki? We could. Kung ano yung mga class na OP before sa ROO, ayun yung tinanggalan ng karapatang mag-RO ngayon through. You know what? This is crazy. Like this one here, right here, during the effect, P damage bonus will be reduced by 50%. This is really crazy. The shield reflect debuff here. They nerfed a lot of things from Paladin, but you know, we're chinball this, so we have to go Paladin. Gotta get ready for work. You know what? You have to go get ready for work, and I have to sleep. Like, I haven't had any sleep yet. Can we try 1v1 Sacred Chin? Thanks, trying to improve my car. Let's do that, but soon because I kind of have to head out already. Are you going to quit after Tier Cup ends? No, I'll still continue playing. I'll still continue creating content all the way until the next game, RO3. We're in it for the long run, so we're gonna be doing this all the way till RO3. Ako napalaro dahil sa 200k MVP card. Isang moto... Bro, yung girlfriend ko din napalaro. Ayun o, nag-grind na rin. This is her first Ragnarok game, bro. And shoutout din sa kapatid natin si Boss Hoo. So yun, pati yung girlfriend ko, bro, napa-RO na rin. Kasi sa feed niya, puro ganyan, 200k MVP cards. I will not be going live tonight. I will not be live streaming my PvP content, nor will I be uploading PvP content videos also. Till after the end of Tier Cup. My question is, why reflect in melee damage only, not in magic damage? It's always been that way. For magic damage, you have to go for defending aura. So defending aura reduces magic damage taken by 10% at max level. And then reduces ranged physical damage by 30% at max level. Kala ko na palaro dahil sa puzzle at dun sa, oh my god, yan yung pinapagawa ko sa kanya. Ako nagpapilot nung account niya, sa totoo lang. Di ba ako nagpapilot nung account niya sa dailies niya. Pero siya yung pinagpapilot ko sa mga ganito. Siya yung pinagpapilot ko dun sa mga special events. Let's kinda do that right now. Wait, I'll give you my ID, Art of Flow. Wait, give me a sec. I'll just do this first. This is important. It gives me, ano ba to? Illunium or Ridicon? Wait, I'll get my ID in a bit after this. Give me 1 minute. I think we need to kill the giant angelings and ghost rings for the dailies, I think. Which I haven't seen yet. Why aren't they spawning me? Ay, shucks, minus, mali. Ito, these giant angelings. Minus din to. Minus din yun. Not very good at this. Kaya sa girlfriend ko to pinapagawa. Ito mo yung score ko, 16k lang. I suck at this. But I'm better at PvP. But you know, like when it comes to these kinds of game modes, you know, we can't be strong in everything, right? I was inspired by your videos. Kala ko nang palaro dahil sa puzzle. Si Nerdy Ariel. Ayan, Nerdy Ariel. Yung tinutukoy niya sa P-Dash. Yup, ayan, si Nerdy Ariel. And wait, let me pull up my ID. And here it is, bro. There. Nice, may wedding partner ka na. Well, it would, if ever, it would be my girlfriend, diba? And this my mahal. It would be my girlfriend. Which better, Archer Scalar or Squidget card for P? Actually, there's all like yun nga, si Nerdy Ariel uploaded a video about that. So in this video, P damage percent over crit damage percent. And with that, guys, I'm sorry I can't extend. I'm really sleepy. I haven't had any sleep yet. I can barely keep my eyes open. So it's time for me to say good night, goodbye. See you again tomorrow. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss out on our new videos. Hope to see you all tomorrow. GG's. Good night. Bye-bye.